Hey y'all, look, I already know y'all got a lot to say, and I do too. Get in here, get in here, get in here, hit the like button, shoes off, wigs loose, bra straps loose, and let's go. We got a lot to talk about on this porch tonight. Please don't make me beg y'all for the like button all night, because you know I will. I will interrupt the gossip to beg for y'all to hit the like button, okay? All right? I appreciate y'all so much. Okay? So hit the like button. Let's get comfortable. Let me greet everybody. And let's start talking about these heifers tonight, baby. These heifers was pulling it tonight. Robin Dixon pulled a fast one tonight. She pulled a fast one with her fake self, honey. We got to talk about Karen Hugo with her bull crap. Y'all, look, I know some of y'all like Karen. I like Karen too, but Karen is going to get drugged again tonight. I'm warning you ahead of time. If me dragging Karen is going to disturb your dinner, I advise you, look, I'll tell you what, I will warn y'all before I start dragging Karen so y'all can mute your computer or your YouTube for like 3 to 5 minutes, because I'm gonna drag Karen tonight. Gotta talk about Wendy and how she approached the situation. I can dig it, I can see the strategy. Definitely gotta approach Candace, because Candace ain't keep it real today. Candace did a little line. She did a little line, or maybe she forgot what she said, but I feel like she did a little line. So we got to talk about that. But before I do, how y'all doing? How y'all is? Let me speak to everybody. Dana Cutler, Steelers Nation in the house. We got Emma up in here with my mama's name. Ashley was wrong. She definitely was wrong for how she did it, because she know the context. But Candace did say it, and production busted her too. Hey, Nacho Twins, Mama Bianca Edwards, how you doing, girl? How you doing? Michelle Sharice, what's up, boo? How you? Miss Sparkle in the house, our resident Mary Kay lady. Y'all better holler at her. It's holiday time. Don't miss out. Don't trip. La Chanel. Hey, baby sis. How you doing? That's right. Tell them, hit that like button. My good sis Marilyn McGowan is in the house. Sin City from NOLA is in the house. Velda Sorrentino is in the house. Jay Della Ray is in the house. What's up, girl? Hey, Kim Bird. What's happening? Annie Gant. How you doing? All right. We got the beautiful Bianca Edwards. Miss Gigi is up in here. Hey, boo. I'm Butterfly. What's happening? Fifi ASP. Hey there. How are you? Hey, it's Tish. Girl, was you watching this mess? Did you watch this foolishness from start to finish? Because I did. Hey, Dab. How you doing, pretty girl? Don't worry. You know I'm going to give you the play-by-play on what these heifers did. You know I ain't going to let them get away with nothing. I can't. My Kia Cocoa Pop is up in here. Nano, how you doing? Child, you know I'm going to break it all the way down. Cheryl, what's up, sis? Glad you up in here. Miss Rita, hardest working lady in hair braiding, is in the house. How you doing, gorgeous? Good to see you. Rebel Sunflower, hey, pretty girl, how are you? Good to see you. Very messy season, very nasty season too, and we got to talk about all of it tonight. I hope y'all are getting comfortable in here. Queen Me, how you doing? Good to see you. Queen of Hearts KS. Yolanda, what's up, sis? All right, I'm trying to greet everybody real fast. Mommy's Peanut is here. Child, but you saw the last 10 minutes. Oh, man. Don't worry. I'm going to tell you what happened. And y'all can always catch the replays. You know somebody on YouTube going to have it on their bootleg. Somebody from Southeast Asia or India going to have it up so y'all can see it. The beautiful and gorgeous Niecy Rose is in the house. Tutu for your info is here. She's here, y'all. Who else we got? DV up in here. How you doing, DV? Good to see you. I see my sis Alita is here. Patricia. Hey, Patricia. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Janice. Hey, gorgeous. FD Johns. Good to see you. All right. So listen. Miss Cookie 417. Welcome. Girl, a good old mess. Good old mess. Mona Mia's up in here. Carrie Amuneke is in the house. We got Deborah Randall. That's one of the Debs is here. All right. We waiting on the other Deb. Let the redeemed say so. Hey, lady. They switching it up, child. It's easy for me to choose size. My eyes is clear, sis. Stay clear. PBH, what's happening? Yeah, production ain't playing. If you lying, you getting caught this season. And that's what's up. Desi Ma, what's happening? T-Bell, good to see you. Katrina Taylor, hey, sis. I hope everybody had a blessed day, too. That's right. Angela Davis, hey, gorgeous. Angie, the pretty girl from Miami. Miss Gardner's up in here. Listen, y'all, if I miss anybody, don't y'all miss them. Make sure if I don't greet them that you do. If you come in late and I'm talking and you see me highlight your name, please understand that's me speaking to you. Lel, Deandra O'Neal, God's anointed daughter. Good to see you guys. Look, I love y'all. Cool Gamer, Dr. Ivy Girl, Too Nice 2020. Appreciate you, sis. That's sweet of you. Southern Charm, good to see you. Hey, Ian Rose. All right, so look, we got to start the gossip. We don't. Oh, there go the other Deb. The other Deb is here. Debbie Garcia. There she go. Bam. And Nene Ashley. All right. So listen, and my Essence is here. Hey, Essence. That's my pretty girl. And my Plum. All right. So look, let's gossip. Can we start gossiping, y'all? Can we please start gossiping? Because see, if I stay up in here, look, I'll be done asked y'all about your children. I see Nacho Twins Mama. I see Jazzy up in here. Brian Patterson, what's up? Mac is in the house. All right. Yeah. Girl, where you been? It's so good to see you. Look, I see all of y'all up in here. Please know I love you. Please know I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your energy. Mary Pegues, Ruth G, Destiny Morton, Dana Brown, my good sis Catherine Bennett is in the house. Okay. I'm so glad to see you guys, but we got to start gossiping. Like I said, when you see your name being highlighted, please know that sis is greeting you, and I'm greeting you. It's all in love. Rochelle, how you doing, girl? So listen, we got to start gossiping because it's a lot to unpack here, y'all. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Mona Thompson. Hey, Gaby. All right. So dig, y'all. Let the gossip commence. Morgan's Musing, what's up? First of all, the way they started this episode, I knew it was finna be something. Hey, E. Davis. Y'all, I knew it was finna be something. Hey, Vito. Hey, Mary Augustine. Hey, Leslie Love. Y'all, I knew it was finna be something because they was in the mirror, girls. And they was piling on that makeup. And baby, while they was piling it on and the speckle was coming on and I saw Mia still showing us that face with that color riot, I said, oh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Yes, girl. Yes. Hey there. Is that NYT Raw, Sudan? How you doing? Yeah, they only played part of that live. We're going to get into all that. Hey, Glennis, we're going to get into all that. So they all getting ready. You know, Karen goes down there to talk to Rings, to Giselle, and tells her, y'all, you know, it's just a regular dinner because Mia says she ain't want to host my birthday. You know, my birthday party was at the beach and I missed it. She ain't want to host it. It's cool. She says, so at the end of the day, hey, Quiet Storm 87, she said at the end of the day, it's just a regular dinner party because that's what Mia said. I wasn't mad at that. No, Candace didn't lie about that, but my problem with it, Katrina, is that Robin played the first couple of minutes to make it look like that girl said what she didn't say. Now, we covered that whole live. If y'all want me to play it again tonight, I will, because she cleared it up once I guess she got over her feelings, and she ended up saying, well, not all, but most. She made it very clear. Very clear. Robin only played the first part because that was the part that suited the attack that she wanted to go against that girl with. See, that's why I said Robert Dixon is a very crafty fella. That's a crafty fella. Mac, yeah, Rings. She went and told Rings that it was going to be a regular dinner. Okay? Then Mia's in there, you know, trying to cover up that color riot that is her face. You know, there's beige and splotchy. I think splotchy is an actual color. Then there's red. There's rosacea red. Then there's ruddy red. Then there's beige. There's eggshell. I think I saw taupe. It was a lot of colors on that face, but she was covering it up and she was talking to her friend Jacqueline, who we found out from Candace is actually Mia's representative. I loved it. And she talking to her and she was like, well, Karen told me she didn't want me to host her birthday, and then gonna ask the girl, didn't she say that? And Jacqueline said, no, that's not what she said. She was like, you know, you said you didn't want to do it, and she said she didn't care. Okay? Now that's what happened. And I wasn't real mad that Jacqueline corrected her like, girl, that ain't what that girl said. Now, hey, T-Bell, yeah, Robert Dixon is a crafty fella. Robert's a crafty fella. But yeah, Jacqueline had to tell her she was lying. Oh, yes. Listen, there's some taupe on that on those, those different swatches. Maybe it's like color swatches. You know how you take to seamstresses, you give us a color swatch. So it's possible that we're just seeing swatches. Okay, hey Lakeisha Carter. Child, the peanut gallery was working my nerves too. They was working mine too. Hey, dialogue sisters. So listen, so that went on. Karen was like, we went through this in high school or whatever with girls or whatever, and I forgive her. So anyway, they all go outside for this all white dinner, which in the end, Mia come out and with red flowers like it's her birthday, but we'll address that in a minute. Jacqueline bring down the staff that's supposed to set everything up. Went the line for Mia talking about she under the weather. That hoe wasn't under the weather. She was mad because people wasn't just blindly following her and ganging up on Wendy. Now that's what the hell went on. Then anyway, Ashley then went to, do a toast over the last 7 years, and it was real funny. It was real funny. Then y'all, now let me ask y'all this. Hey, Sharice Williams, let me ask y'all this. Okay? Debbie, I didn't mention them lips. Them lips is troublesome. Y'all done told me I can't put the picture back up there, so I ain't gonna do it. But can y'all tell me what the hell Robert Dixon had on coming down there for that white party? Now, I know you're supposed to accentuate your shape, but if your shape is a rectangle or a trapezoid, I don't think you're supposed to accentuate that. That heifer came out there with a whole block pattern as though she ain't already shaped like a block. But that's all right. I ain't going to get into it. It is what it is. I'm going to let her live. At least it wasn't them god-awful ruffles again. At least it wasn't that. But anyway, Mia came down in the bright red flowers. Now, I'm going to tell you the problem I had with that. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and slide back to old school Karen Hugo when we start talking about etiquette, right? So if it's an all-white party and this was somebody's birthday, the person that's supposed to wear something slightly different or eye-catching would be the birthday girl, not you. You not the birthday girl. This chick the whole time has been saying, I'm not going to make it about me. But then when it was time for your homegirl birthday dinner that you set up supposedly for her, you came showing up in red flowers at her birthday celebration, so you say, as though it was your birthday. Girl, if this was about you, just let it be about you. I'm tired. You say Giselle wore wedges. Listen, when your ankles swell up, I can speak from experience. When your ankles swell up, you got to put on some wedges. You can't just throw them stilettos on no more. Not once you're a lady of a certain age. It don't work like that. Okay? Now, this is the thing. I'm gonna get on past that, but it bothered me that she had the red flowers. So then Giselle was like asking everybody for their favorite Karen moment. That was lighthearted. It wasn't that bad. It was just weird because Wendy wasn't there. That was really weird. Hey Southern Charm, you say Mama Robo is shaped like a linebacker. There y'all go. Y'all done started it. Yes, so tacky, always craving attention. Exactly, at somebody else's party. So why do you need all the attention on you if you really was showing, if you was really having a party for your friend? You said, what about Sharice's outfit? That was not right. Nothing fit. Not even that tight wig. Nothing. Maybe she was retaining water in her scalp though. I'm not gonna come for her. I don't know. But anyway, Candace mentioned the wig shift because that wig shift was tragic. We all recall. Ashley recalled a scene where they stole Karen's wig and did the whole imposter thing. Robert Dixon mentioned the tongue kissing moment, and Karen's so messy, talking about, well, you got a ring after that, so it must have helped you. Giselle mentioned about the clickety clank when she was making the comments toward Ashley, and then Mia went to talking about G's tongue moment, which that was pretty gross. Fire dancers came out. It was really lame. This part was kind of lame and boring. But fire dancers came out. Karen seemed to really like them. She had she was getting moist like Mama Clump. And the girl went to eating fire. And I don't know if y'all caught this, but when the girl swallowed the fire, the girl fire dancer, hey, Dr. J 1913, you say, who stole all of Cherie's shoes? I don't know, baby. I don't know who took them shoes, but clearly somebody did. Giselle asked, how the girl gonna eat later? Now, what took me out was only Giselle is worried about how you gonna eat more groceries after you swallow some fire. Femi K, Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Lord, you beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm glad you've been getting your life, and we're glad to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But honey, I say now, Giselle, stop it. Now, I don't know if y'all caught this, and I'm gonna bring it up later in this breakdown of this episode. But by the looks of the way Giselle was looking in that green dress with her side showing, that was a bold move. That was a decision. I don't think she need to worry about how nobody gonna eat, including her. Now, Giselle, precious, you are one deviled egg away from joining the Big Girls Club. Now, I don't want you in our club because we normally know how to act, and you don't. But Giselle don't need to be worrying about eating nothing. Jenny Craig gonna put a hit out on her. She better stop. She's close. She's getting close. So then Ashley gonna ask, Karen about how did the conversation with her and Mia go. Karen tried to play it off like, oh, a breakdown of communication and, and about, whatever. And then she was in her confessional, like, she was mad because the girl came for her marriage and everybody always coming for my marriage, which is true. Everybody always going after Karen's marriage to Uncle Ray. And why, I don't know. Girl, listen, Niecy, you seen her size drooping? I say, baby, listen, rings, baby, them rings did not stop at her neck. Let me find out them rings is all the way around their body. I saw some rings. Listen, what's that gospel song, y'all? Instead of two rings, she got two rings. Two rings. My gosh. I don't want to even know how many different places she got them rings, but we saw them rings, sis. We saw them. So anyway, then you had Candace saying she checked on Wendy. Wendy in the confessional talking about Mia size 14s, and they about to kill me because every time they mention this girl feet, they bigger. One of them said a 12. Ashley said a 13. Then you got Wendy saying the girl in a size 14. Hey, Cece. I say, what is really going on? Listen, Andrew Mack, Uncle Ray did warn rings, beauty don't last. It don't. But one thing I will tell you, God don't like ugly and sin disfigures. And Giselle has been real evil and it's showing up on her. Giving stuffed peppers is giving stuffed peppers, baby. Definitely is. It don't look right. Yeah, that didn't look right. I don't know that I would have done that. That was a decision. So anyway, Karen tried to, make the conversation lighter, talking about, told Ashley and Candace, I enjoyed y'all together. Maybe y'all done turned a new page or whatever. I liked having y'all together at lunch today. That was so cool. And they both hurried up and said, look, we just decided to table our issue. Ashley wanted to make it into a situation and it wasn't going to work. Honey, she went to talk about, we still need to talk because Chris was on Twitter and he was making threats since you said it was about me, and Giselle jumps in. Well, I had a problem with the threats because it was about me. And Candace, basically stood up for her husband as she should have. And like she said, when she mentioned about them lying on her husband, Giselle gonna say, well, what did we lie about? Girl, you know what the hell you lied about. What's wrong with you? All you do is lie. And this fool gonna get in the confessional and say it, which I wasn't mad because she was real smart not to engage them at that table. They wanted a moment to attack her so bad. Say producers are having fun this season. When Candace said Nick, they panned to Gizzard in the Lambo with them rolls. I about passed out. Baby, it was deep. S, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate the support, boo. Yeah, Candace definitely cleared that table out. She did. Yeah, them fake accusations is wild. Real wild. So she sat there in the confessional. She was like, basically, Ashley gonna lie and say Chris tried to hit on her ugly friend. I say, wow, why she had to do riffraff like that? Then she say, then dusty vagina over here. First of all, Candace took me out with that. What the hell? I ain't never called nobody dusty vagina. Ma'am, the savagery of it all. Call that woman dusty vagina, talking about something, acting like my husband want to come anywhere near that. Don't nobody apparently want to come nowhere near that. It's a scary concept to a lot of fellas, it looks like. And then said her and her rolling heels of necks. She really went in. She really did. And then she was like, not going to dress no rumors. What's next? And Sharice was like, oh, it's disappointing that every time it's some conflict, blah, blah, blah. Mia tried to chime in because I guess she said, well, I'm in on the gang up, so let me try to gang up. Oh, she being defensive by somebody lying on her husband, and you siding with somebody who lied on my husband. First off, Wendy ain't lied on your husband, ho. No, she didn't. She fought back with her words. You fought with your hands, and she didn't ask you to touch her. But I digress. So Candace was like, look, if I cuss y'all out, then I'm being aggressive. If I say I'm not addressing it, let's move on, then I'm being defensive. She said, I can't win with y'all. And she right. It don't matter what she do. See, Candace is proving the point just like Wendy proved the point. Wendy sat there, drank her drink, ate her food, minded her business, and got attacked by a large Hispanic male. Poor little Candace sitting up there, the smallest thing at the table, saying, hey, we said we was tabling it. Let's move on. Y'all know y'all lying. He said what he said on Twitter. That's his business. Let's move on. And it was what it was. Then here comes Jacqueline jumping in it. And it's like, girl, you keep looking for a moment. So Candace gave it to her. She was like, girl, I'm not finna sit here and be bombarded by Mia's representative. Who the F are you? Tell me, I am Jacqueline. I'm not like, girl, why are you making noise? Who are you? Why are you there? Why are you there? This fool closed out her confessional with they could lick the blackest part of her behind. And I said, while Karen again went to singing happy birthday to her goddamn self. Okay. I love you right back, Mac. I love you back, Mac. Yolanda say Joker Jacqueline got read like a book, baby. Cover to cover. Cover to cover, including the preface and the forward. All of it. Every bit of it. That's right. Oh, Jacqueline. Oh, yes. So then we get to the next morning. Okay. All y'all should be ready to go with me with my girl, Shirley Murdoch. It's morning. Y'all type it in the chat. It's morning. Okay. Sunlight shines across your sleepy face. Well, honey, it was morning and them heifers was up. Baby, but I wasn't ready for what I saw. Sharice had her tail up in that kitchen with nothing but a towel wrapped around her. Y'all, I said a litany of prayers. I said, Father God, in your name, don't you let that towel drop. Don't you let it drop, Lord. Don't let it drop. She was up in there in that towel. I said, now that's a decision. That was bold. That was bold. Fifi ASP, thank you so much for the super chat, sis. I appreciate the support. Yes, it's morning. That's right. God's anointed daughter. A new day brings reality, and we must go our separate ways. Yes, honey. Karen laying up in the bed, still singing to herself. I say, this about to be a mess. Sharice was in that kitchen in that towel for a long time. I don't know what the hell she did that for, but I was sure praying. I say, Lord, don't you let that towel drop. Don't let it happen. True Wisdom say, why is Sherbeast and Jacqueline up and everything in the cat? Baby, I don't know. I don't know. Tell them, Nene. Now we can't turn back the hands of time. Yes. Hey, Nina Rose. Listen, there's some real stuff going on. It was some real stuff going on in there with that towel. So anyway, me up there sending out text messages about this the last day and what the plans are. Mia asked Jacqueline, well, why is Candace still here with us? And if Wendy's still in Miami, hey, Delightful by Design. And she I would be over there because if I was there, you'd have been with me. Jacqueline don't have no choice but to be with you, hooker. You the only reason she there. It's almost like Mia and her lunch meat lips forgot that Candace is a part of that cast, baby. She coming to film. If the camera is there, she gonna be there to collect her check. Just like you. Just like you, Color Riot. Hey, Lady T. Hey, Nadia. So anyway, I just thought that was the most ridiculous question that she could have ever asked. I'm glad she only asked it to somebody who kisses her behind. Hey, Star. So anyway, then you got Ashley talking to her mama. And you know what? I was squinting to try to see if Ashley finally bought her mama a better wig, but it looked like she didn't. But anyway, she says she got a text from Michael. He was being nice, talking to her about the boys or whatever. Like, girl, shut up. Then this is the conversation we got to talk about, y'all. I got to get into this conversation. Y'all, please hit the like button. Okay? Yeah, she kept bringing up that representative. That thing hurt her feelings, but she's the representative. Yes, she is. So Sharice comes to Candace's door. She hopped around. I say, okay, that's a choice. Hey, Lena, pretty brown eyes. And they came in, they sat down or whatever. And she had a lot to say. She said, Ashley up here lying, talking about that my husband want her ugly friend, and say she projecting because that's what she go through with her nasty husband. And she mentioned that fake divorce. And basically asked Sharice, do you think this divorce is real? I say, okay, so Candace think the same thing I think. Ain't no way in the world this so-called divorce is real. This is a plot, a ploy, and a scam. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. Okay? I believe that. Sharice talking about, I believe it, and then bust out laughing. No, hell, you don't. You couldn't even tell that lie with a straight face. Then, y'all, you got Candace, and she was like, to her, it looked like a scam. And say, what's the next lie? Say she peddling this lie all across the country. Say it ain't real. Say they trying to do some kind of scam. Because why the hell would you buy a house and the man name's still on it? It just don't make sense. It's a lie. So she says she want Wendy to come back, and Sharice want everybody to have a good day. So this was more a conversation for Candace to vent, because as per normal, Sharice brought nothing to the conversation but that wig, that sad little wig. Okay. Then they get downstairs. Ashley up there TikToking again. I don't know what the hell she had on. Girl, 1995 called back, and they called and they want their net dress back immediately. Y'all, please hit the like button. Then Robin complaining that she gonna be on the boat with Candace. I'm gonna be on the boat with somebody who's been being an a-hole. She's been being an a-hole. Mind you, Candace ain't did nothing to her. Like literally, Candace has literally done nothing to Robin at this point, y'all. And you know it. Am I right or wrong? Put a 1 in the chat if up to this moment you saw Candace do anything to Robin. Or put a 2 in the chat if Robin was reaching. Like she should have been reaching for a wash rag. But that's a whole nother story. Put a 1 if you saw Candace do anything to her. Put a 2 in the chat if Robin is reaching. That girl didn't do nothing to her. A 2 if she didn't do nothing. Okay, I see 2. She ain't do nothing. That girl hadn't done nothing to Robin, period. And she started talking about she's being an a-hole. She's being an a-hole with that clear woman nasal voice. I'm real tired of her with that. Like, girl, please stop playing in our face. So anyway, Candace was like, I want to invite Wendy on the boat while they was in the car. Yes, Gaby, you know my country behind says she need to reach for the wash rag. She need to reach for the wash rag. She do. That's right. All she said, limes are for bees, and that was just her playing around because they was drinking. That girl ain't do nothing to her. Child, Robin is sick, and Robin gives me diarrhea. Keisha E. Dimples is back, y'all. She done got her crown back. I know that's right. She's being an e-home. That's how she said it, but she said the cuss words. Y'all know I ain't finna do that. Because my mama raised a lady. Even say Robin says she don't care, but steady making face. Baby, listen, in the words of Lil' Kim, that hoe was up in there making faces like Ace Ventura. I say, what is with all the faces, Robert? Yeah, she gives strong Karen vibes. That's what happens when you're not black. Rob is fighting for her job, lying all the way. Did you say lying all the way? Deborah Randall say Robert should have been looking for some shampoo with that greasy looking hair. Baby, she was scared to wash that weave because she knows she ain't paid but $19.99 a pack for it. She's scared to wash it. Plus, she don't know if that thread gonna hold. Hey, Just Jules JG. That's what's going on. She's scared to wash that hair. She trying. You say Robert will reach for the stars if it meant getting a moment, and always falls flat forever. Y'all heard Karen Huger say she wished she had activated as a sidekick this season. Hey, Nona. You say, did I see Robbie in that hideous dress in the confession? Oh, yes. Yes, honey, sitting up there looking like a wide Becky Sue. Nasty wig, baby. Nasty wig. She's so bothered by Wendy's presence, I don't get it. Okay, again, let me quote Queen B. Look him. Look at them and look at you. If I look like Robin, I probably wouldn't like Wendy either. Now, I'm going to just say that. Say that confessional look, she looked pregnant with a box, with a speaker box. I done carried 3 of y'all. I ain't never looked like no rectangle. I did not look like a quadrilateral while I was carrying y'all. I didn't. Not one of you. But anywho, she said Candace Esther was like, well, are you okay? I just want to make sure you're okay because I know y'all had a little thing. Robin tell her she don't care about Wendy coming, but she groaning, making faces, rolling eyes. I'm like, girl, you can't afford to make them many faces. Do you know how masculine you look and you up here making all them faces? Girl, stop before somebody accuse you of being one of the girls. Stop it. So anyway, it was so cute to see Jacqueline over there talking about Mia needs apologies. For hell, what? Now, y'all, this is where they piss me off. How you fix your mouth to say that a person who physically attacked someone else, they need an apology? If that's the case, Monique needed an apology. Hell, if that's the case, Portia needed an apology when Kenya waved that fan in her face and got drugged by her scalp. At the end of the day, whoever hit first, you don't need no apology. You threw a drink through your purse, through your phone. And I'm going to tell y'all something else to get on my nerves is the fact that people keep trying to diminish it to a drink. Baby, if you had only threw that drink that barely touched her wet and wavy, you might have made it. You threw a phone and a purse after that hole. Lala, thank you for the super sticker, sis. Child, she ain't nobody. That's me as a representative. Candace told y'all who she was. I'm just saying. Essence say, Lord, this is why Seanitra gonna be a 10 here. Listen to them. Don't, oh, child, I receive it in Jesus' name. Okay. Pink Butterfly, I love your name. Say Jacqueline is Mia's lapdog. Show is. That's a good, you know what? That's a good title. Yep, she even threw her fingernails at the girl. You was trying hard to get at her. Nano say it's been a long time since one has given that woman an organ. Ooh. Nano. You was a wig snatcher, ain't her? Everybody who's a royal family member, y'all get y'all royal family emojis and throw wigs in the chat. Nano snatching wigs. I didn't do it. But anyway, let's get to Karen. Now, those of you who love Karen a lot and you ain't ready for me to drag her, you might want to hit mute for the next couple of minutes because I'm finna get Karen Hugo. I'm going to get her with a fake behind. I got to get her. Because, see, Karen be real fake sometimes. So I got to get her. I see the wigs in the chat. Since y'all out here snatching people's wigs off. So Karen says, well, I was wrong and I was being selfish and I'm sorry for that. First of all, Karen, stop right there. And I mean right there, hooker. Don't you move another further. Baby, you just got out the doghouse with your remixed, refurbished wigs. Come on back to the carpet, Karen. First of all, how the hell was you wrong? Why are you telling her you were wrong for wanting somebody you call your friend at your birthday celebration? You ain't did nothing wrong, heifer. What you doing wrong now is placating her to make her feel like a victim. You validating her victim mentality, even though you know that whore was in the wrong in the first place. You was being selfish. How? You was being wrong. How? No, what you doing right now, you being selfish. Because you uncomfortable, because you feeling pressure from Team Yellow and this large Hispanic gentleman that you probably thinking might attack you next. See, Karen, I'm gonna need you to stand on your square. You know darn well Wendy didn't do nothing to that girl. Now you sat there to the table that night and you was real clear on what was right and what was wrong. Then all of a sudden, when you got there in front of this heifer, you decide instead of giving her a dose of the truth, you was gonna give her big behind a pacifier. Now, y'all know that was dirty, trifling, and wrong. And then the rest of the episode, if y'all watch Karen was quietly complicit with everything else that was going on until her feelings got hurt. Yes, Andrew Mack, that large Hispanic gentleman, because I'm telling y'all, had that big heifer, that big ma'am, sir, threw any of those items at me, the first thing I would have done was call 911. I done let y'all hear my 911 voice before. Hello? I'm at Bar One, Miami. I'm very afraid. There's a large Hispanic gentleman. He's throwing items. He's threatening. I don't know if he has a weapon. I'm very afraid. Please send officers. That's how that would have went. And I'd have did it right in front of him. Now, that's what needs to go down. Yeah, clear and near clear. They real good on sticking together. At least now we see why we saw Karen Huger slide up there with her, being witchy poo. Because Karen likes to be witchy poo from time or two. Now y'all gonna accuse me of snatching it. Oh man. I love Karen, but she had no business apologizing to Myron. Sure didn't. Karen was dead wrong and dirty for that. She was. Witchy poo wasn't right for that one. Tutu, for your info, say yes. I have no idea why Karen apologized, looking like she riding for Team Yellow. Well, we saw that last season when she ganged up with them on the couch, bothering and picking and poking with Candace for saying your mama. You got this huge Hispanic gentleman being aggressive and making threats, physical threats of physical violence, and yet they was having a whole hissy fit because the black girl said your mama. And now here we go again. I was mad too. And she surprised me at the reunion last year. After she did that, now I'm always watching for her. Yeah, Team Yellow for real. Don D say, hey, y'all, don't forget to tell the police the gentleman is dressed as a woman. Yes, he's large, he's angry, he looks unhinged, and he's wearing a dress. That's exactly what I would have told Miami-Dade PD. First Lady say Karen was showing her true Karen colors. Oh, yes, she was. Karen was a fool for apologizing to messy wrinkle-neck Mia. You better not, because you see she flips and flops. You say, why is she apologizing to Bigfoot? Now you're going to make me have to give out this disclaimer again. For the record, this is for everybody in the Yeti community. We are not on this porch against Yetis. We just don't like the Yeti on RHOP. That's all. Much love to everybody else in the Yeti community. Okay? I feel like the Bigfoot part is the slur. Yeti is their nationality. So all respect to the Yeti community. Much love. Lala, thank you so much for the super chat, sis. Appreciate it. Will she? No, she will. We already know that hoe went online and apologized to the fans. She still ain't apologized to the lady that she attacked. Okay? Now that's what she didn't do. Yes, we got to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they want to be called Bigfoot or Yeti or if it's Sasquatch. I don't know the PC term, but I want to be respectful to the Yeti community. Okay? Nothing against y'all. We just don't like the Yeti on our RHOP. So don't forget to tell the police that she's two-toned. Yes. 2. Oh, you being generous. I counted at least 7 different shades of beige on that girl's face. Y'all gonna stop that. Yes, the Yeti community. We're gonna be respectful. Hey, generous soul. You don't know what a Yeti is? It's a Sasquatch, a Bigfoot. In Florida, we call it a stink ape. Over there in Tibet, they call it a Yeti. But I just want to be respectful and let them know this is not against y'all. This is just about the Yeti on the show. Saying that's why Auntie Susan cussed me out. Hot fire. I don't know who Susan is. Alice said, it's so bothersome that everyone was apologizing to Mia. I'm still waiting for Wendy's apology. And we still got people talking about they don't see colorism on the show. On this show, you can be a large Hispanic Yeti who claims to have 1 drop of an eighth of Nigerian blood. And you slept on, as long as you was couch surfing your entire youth and you attacked Black women, then when you finish doing all of these things, and mind you, after stripping at the Steak and Shake strip club, you sleep with somebody's husband, get him to marry you, come on RHOP, attack Black women, and you can get apologized to. If anybody tell me that they don't see the colorism here, is because you don't want to see it. Like, this is stupid. This is stupid as hell. Like, it's some stuff that I can kind of roll with. I understand that I be over here geezering it up. I know I'm not young. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I feel like I'm one of the cool old people. But goddamn it, this don't make no sense. A regular sized Black lady got attacked by a gigantic Yeti, a gigantic Hispanic Yeti in public, in front of witnesses. And when they finished, the apology went to the Yeti and not to the Black woman. I'm done. That was so disgusting. But anyway, so, that happened. So they get to the Lambo rentals or whatever. And of course, Karen was like, would have been nice if it was on my birthday. The rest of them get to the boat. They thinking it's like a booze cruise or a yacht. They on a goddamn pedal boat. You out there doing cardio. And I looked at the cruise, and Robin was mad because she had to go out there with them on the boat. She felt like she should have been in the in crowd. You not in the in crowd, Robert. They sent all of the sidekicks on the boat with Ashley and Candace. Y'all job was to go sit there and collect intel and come back. The only sidekick that was allowed to be there was Jacqueline. Okay, because she's the personal sidekick. Now that's Mia's PA. Okay, so she had to be there, and Giselle was over there with the end crew. Okay, they out there doing cardio. Robin time, I didn't know that I would have wore different shoes. Like, girl, you ain't used to wearing heels no way. Who the hell you fooling? That heifer walk like a duck in them shoes. Period. Girl, I see the blatant jealousy too. Sure do. So anyway, they get to the boat. Everybody gets on the boat. Ashley called the boat a booze cruise canoe. Wendy shows up looking cute, or whatever. They telling her about last night, the production show, all of them jumped in the darn pool. Sharice is a sidekick. Sharice wasn't Sharice on the booze cruise canoe? Wasn't she? I thought so. Now, you know what, Velda? Don't bring Chewbacca into this. Chewbacca been down by law for years. Don't bring Chewbacca into this. Not cousin Chewbacca. Don't do that. Chewbacca ain't never bothered nobody. So you had Karen and Mia in one Lamborghini, Rings and Jack in the other one. Karen up there, don't know what to hit, forgot to hit the gas, couldn't put it in gear, but looked like she had fun, Rings, Giselle, sitting there talking about, if I can't pull a man in a Lambo, girl, you couldn't pull a man if you tied him to the back of that Lambo. Now, we're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. At this point, I'm tempted to believe that you clearly do either have a black hole between your legs and these men are coming up missing, or you really are toting a starter pistol. Whatever you putting on them is sending them running. Don't blame it on the Lambo, the goose, the alcohol, the bossa nova, the rain, the boogie, nothing. Something wrong with you, Giselle. Something's wrong. That's why you bringing J Mall back for the umpteenth time. Something's wrong with you. Then you get back to the boat. Ashley talking about it's hot as balls. I say, oh God, you know who she been around. I told y'all that girl was a barfly. Then you got Wendy talking about, well, no, I ain't finna eat them little sandwiches. Y'all seen they had them little sandwiches on that darn, you know what, Queen? Who is this? Mona Me. You said Rings had on your great auntie's duvet cover. I want you to stop right now. Queen Me say that didn't seem off. Like, why the black girls peddling a boat and the yellow girls renting the 95 an hour lamp? Thank you. Hell, you could have offered and let them pay for their own Lambos if that was the case. Right, got them out there peddling boats. And they put Robert out there with them. I guess you say Robert need to do some work. Yes, I said a black hole. It's possible. Something ain't right. You say Candace need to consult with me for reads. She's welcome to, and I will invoice her. Everything must go. Say, wow, they put Robin in the B team twice. Yes, it's a message. Yes, girl, we saw in the mid-season trailer, she gonna bring J Mall back. Again, yes, not even the bossa nova. Don't blame it on nothing. That's what Michael Jackson, don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. But Giselle better not even blame it on the boogie. It's something wrong with her. Hey, Kai, Don D say them choke sandwiches in public school that public schools give out. Yeah, them old tough sandwiches. Y'all remember used to get a half day at school and they didn't want to serve you real lunch. They give you that bag lunch with that hard bread with some mustard and that spice ham. Okay, with that carton of milk and an old dry hard cookie. That's what it looked like. They had them old hard sandwiches. And poor Wendy was like, look, I'm on the master cleanse. That ain't gonna work right there. That ain't gonna work. Katrina Taylor say them was some gas station sandwiches. Yes, pedaling a boat, you pedaling like you on a bicycle and eating gas station sandwiches on a boat. And they wasn't even serving good liquor on the boat. I said, what is really going on? She sent them helpers to work out. And I was so dead. So Ashley went to asking her about her her wedding plans. And I say, Ashley, shade as hell. Robin talking about we planning something really, 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 really small. So the girl say, well, it's going to be a destination type thing. What you got in plan? Y'all go elope. And so then she talking about, I would really rather talk about this with people who like me. And like, girl, shut up. You're not even that important. It's not that nobody dislike you, baby. You just irrelevant. Good Lord. Candace say it's disappointing to see Robin and everybody else doing neck rolls, dirty work. I say this girl is not going to get up off Giselle's neck, literally. Now, I might have my foot on people's neck from time to time. Candace is living in Rings's neck. She lives in Ring's neck. She has officially pinched a tent in this girl's neck. She done said, not today neck a couple times. She done talk about the girl rolling heels of necks. Now she's saying the people is up here doing neck rolls, dirty work. I'm through. So then they get back to the house. Giselle bragging about being in a Lamborghini. Of course, she ain't used to nothing. She was so happy to be in there. She ain't know what to do at all. Then they get Robert and Rings. And she want to tell her about the live she saw. I was doing my number 2 and I was scrolling on the internet. And this is what I saw, and pretending to be shocked and upset about Candace's live. Now, most of y'all, I hope y'all already heard Candace's live. If y'all need me to replay it, I don't mind. But Candace had a whole lot more to say than that little snippet that Robert Dixon played. Robert Dixon played the first 2 minutes of that live so she could spin a narrative and make it like Candace just talking behind everybody back. And that was just nasty. And she talking about something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring that up because everybody need to know. You see, she talking about everybody. That's Wendy, that's Karen, that's everybody. She talking about your how do I say this nicely? Your ample-necked friend. That's who she talking about. Your ample-necked friend. That's who she talking about. And your ample forehead friend. Don't act like you don't know who she talking about. But y'all know the whole time Robert Dixon has been sitting there pretending like she's so mad with Candace because Candace is being an a-hole. She's being an a-hole. Mind you, again, still up to that point, the girl still ain't did nothing to her. So then, that's when we had the pleasure or the displeasure of seeing Rings in that green dress. And y'all know green is my color, but that heifer did green wrong. Why? How do you get the nerve to put on a dress with the sides cut out when you know that you have side boob that is melted? Why would you do that when your belly meat is poking out and it's all twisted up? That girl belly meat looked like somebody brains on the side. I say, why would you put that? Why would you do that? I had so many problems with it. So many problems with that. But she did it. She put it on. They get downstairs. Karen brings her, oh, Wendy was on the boat. I heard Wendy was on the boat. And Candace asked me again, like, are you comfortable Wendy being at the dinner? She's like, y'all done asked me 7 times. You think the 8th time I'm going to say something different? Like, you mad they asking. You the one made it an issue by demanding that she not be there. You're clearly on crack, ma'am. Possibly, actually, but we don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just guessing. So anyway, Mia says Ashley is Jacqueline's told Ashley, you Jacqueline's type, and that she saw you and said you look good. And then Sharice and Jacqueline talking about dating in the other car. Robert back there on the phone. Karen up there pretending like she fixing her lipstick. The 2 sidekicks sitting in the front seat talking to each other. They wasn't even part of nothing. Mia tells Rings that she let Jack screw her ex because she couldn't leave him after he was cheating. So I had to let her see how good it was. They're so nasty. So then they get to the table. Ashley missing. They think she in the bathroom. She done called Wendy and invited her to the darn restaurant. Wendy came back and was like, look, it don't make no sense why that girl can't be here. So I told her where we was at. She said she gonna stop by for a minute. She calls her disrespectful. Disrespectful how, ho? You ain't paying for dinner. You ain't paying for dinner and you don't own the restaurant. So how the hell was it disrespectful to you? Hey, Red Majestic Diva. It was just too much. I'm glad Ashley had Wendy come over anyway, too. But we're going to talk about that because I have an opinion. I have an opinion about it. So now this is where it starts to get funny. Karen sitting up there making faces. Now this is what pissed me off. Even if you didn't have the ovaries to stand on your square and say, girl, that girl didn't do nothing to you but respond after you threw drinks, your cell phone, and a purse. Even if you didn't have the nerve to do that, why would you be sitting at the table making faces like you think she did something wrong? See, this is what Karen makes me sick. This is what Karen makes me sick. Pure sick. Me over there talking about you had one chance with me and you blew. Girl, don't nobody care nothing about no chances with you. Who the hell are you? Ma'am, you still ain't, you trying to get people in control. You trying to control full-grown women. You ain't even been able to control your top and bottom lip. Them things got a mind of their own. You shut up 5 minutes ago and your lips been steady running. You can't control the amount of colors in your face. You can't even control your lap dog. She talking when you done told her to shut up. But you trying to control these grown women that ain't on your payroll. Please stop right there. Please stop. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much. You say she playing defense. I don't feel like that. I feel like she slid over there to Team Yellow like, well, I ain't going to just go against y'all. You were thinking it was a setup when Ashley invited Wendy. She invited her because she felt like it didn't make no sense. Yeah, Karen's ideologies is showing. When worse come to worse, she going to line with Yellow and there it go. Yeah, Mia thinks she an OG. Well, I mean, she do look like a gangster in the face. We going to give her that. In Rose, we don't know how old she is. She done said 36, 37, 13, 39, 14, 77. We don't know how old that hoe is at this point. We're going to have to consult the Rosetta Stone. We don't know how old she is. Tutu says, sad to say it, but they made room for Wendy. They made room at the table for Wendy because Ashley invited her. If it was Candace, it would not have went so smoothly. It wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. Oh, now listen, ain't gonna be no Uncle Ray slander. Now I like Uncle Ray. Say miserable, messy Mia is being caught up by all of them except Ashley and Candace and Wendy. Mia and Jacqueline trying to involve Ashley in a threesome. That's some nasty mess. That's some nasty mess. I don't even want to think about that. That's horrible. Hey, Maestro, yeah, the real Karen is showing up. Now, you right about that. Hey, Karen Clark. So listen, that ain't all went on. Then you got Sharice. Now, we got to talk about Respucia Lattimore. Now, everybody say it with me. I want y'all to put it in the chat. Everybody know Respucia Lattimore fan. Y'all make sure y'all put it in the chat. But we got to talk about Spucia. Spucia was bold. First, she walking around in towels. Now she opening her mouth talking about, well, it's unfair to the group that you didn't even ask the group what they thought. Girl, how the hell you gonna talk about what's unfair to the group when you ain't even part of the group? In the words of Chris Brown, how you gonna hate from outside the club when you can't even get in? You've been fighting, stretching, moving, gyrating, jiggling, cavorting, trying to get back on this show, and you barely made it back. Barely. By the hair of your chinny chin chin. As a friend of the show. You talking about what's unfair to the group. Come on now. Everybody know Respucia Lattimore fine. But Respucia, I'm going to need you to say a little bit less about the group when you ain't in the group. You ain't been part of this group for a long time. You was showing up to events and them people wouldn't even put you on camera. They wouldn't mic you up or nothing. You just not managing to be a friend of the show, and you ain't even a good friend of the show telling people what's not fair to the group. I'm going to need you to wait till you part of the group first. Okay? Now, everybody know you fine, Respucia, but you ain't part of this group. Now, LEL, what you say? I know you finna give me one. It's unfair to the group that you walk around with no panties on and got that gigantic attic wig. Sharice forget she not paid to be. Thank you, Lord. You better say it. Londa say Spucia hating on Wendy after Wendy was assaulted by fish lips, pothole face, testicle twerking me. Did you say testicle twerk? Go to the corner. Go to the corner. Bella say it's sad because Sharice put the original group together. It is what it is. And if that's the case, Bella, then she hired her replacements. Keisha E say she always looked like she pregnant and do any day now. Lord, can you imagine what would come up out of there? That baby will show up with freedom papers. Dr. J saying she's still at the house. No hotel room yet. Thank you. There you go. That's all we need you to do, Spusha. Sit there and say, how you doing? Okay, how you doing? Say, Sharice really make the bullying obvious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don D says Spusha is the one who fed the rumor to Candace about Karen. I'm so sure. Probably was. Probably was. Now, I ain't going to call her what Monique called her, because that's just mean. Nano say, wasn't this woman looking to get out of that house? No, not the broke AB. BAB? Is that like POP? I'm legally blind. Andrew Max say Respucia trying to make a comeback, but it ain't working at all. Yeah, I said Freedom Papers. I said it. Mm-hmm. Candace was stupid to repeat it, but that's an old rumor that they've been repeating. That's all. So did, you know. Then you got Candace. She asked Jackie, like, you ain't gonna jump in it. Jackie went to cussing. I do whatever the F out. And Candace went to laughing at her like, ooh, oh, you spicy. Like all this cussing and going on. Robin sitting over there and telling Ashley, that's not fair. You know, if you had a confrontation with somebody, you wouldn't want that person around you, but put yourself in their shoes. And Candace say, child, I already been there and it worked out great for me. And first of all, you've been in a confrontation with somebody. What does that have to do with you being the assaulter? She's the person who actually assaulted the girl. So we supposed to put ourselves in the shoes of a criminal? Oh, Robert Dixon. Robert. But it was so funny. So that went on. Wendy was like, well, I take accountability for how I possibly escalated the evening. I understand she was being diplomatic and basically taking the wind out of her sails. I saw what she was doing, but I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it at all. Child, I think she was still triggered because Candace told her she was Mia's representative and her feelings was hurt. Baby, Team Yellow was pissed off at that table. That's when Robert Dixon was like, this time to play Candace is live on Instagram, gonna prop her phone in the middle of the table and then play only the first 2 minutes and say, I think that's enough. I think I've shared enough. No, you ain't shared enough. What you did was share enough to tell a lie. See, a half a truth is a whole lie. Hey, Richie. Bella say Wendy annoyed me with that. It got on my nerves. I understood her strategy, but I wouldn't have moved like that. But then again, I'm not in that position. I could never be. I could never be, because I hit a man. I swear. If I'd have called the police and they didn't come pick that dude up, I'd have swung on that dude right there in the middle of that restaurant. I promise you. I'm from Ocala. I will hit a man. Will. Yeah, exactly. Jacqueline knows she a sidekick, but not only that, more to the point. Not only does Jacqueline know she a sidekick, she's angry because she knows she gonna always be a sidekick. She want to be a regular on that show just as bad as Respucia. She do. That's why she keep trying to snake her friend. Sasha, you wouldn't have done it either. I will. I'm gonna play it again. Let me get through what all done went down, and I'll play it again. So Wendy don't have to defend anything. I would not have reduced myself to the theatrics. Oh no, I definitely would have. I definitely would not have. I wouldn't have said nothing. I'd have let her sit over there and be mad. I hate that she apologized too. I don't know his schedule. He might have had to work or something. I don't know, Dora. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it, but I'm not going to judge her for it. You know, everybody got to have their own strategy when you're dealing with, you know, jobs, dynamics, and attacks. So however she chose to move, I support her. Don D said, I'm mad she did it. I think she thought Mia would also apologize. Nah, she knew that gutter butt slut wasn't going to apologize. She knew that. What she was doing was taking away her ammunition. She was taking away her ammunition. So now you can't say, well, Wendy said something about my husband. Wendy said something about, so she can say, all right, well, whatever I said, they escalated it. Sorry about that. And that was that. Like, she ain't finna sit down and kiss your behind. You attacked her, dude. Tutu say, I understand her strategy because the majority of the audience sees that Mia's the problem. More people are aligned with her now. It worked out in her favor. Right. Thank you, Fifi. Wendy apologizing further exposes Mia. I get it now. It's on Mia. Right. That's what she was doing. She was putting that ball in her court and left her right there. Hey, Veronica. Child, she probably had it hid up underneath, you know, her Adam's apple. Ain't no telling where she smuggled it from. Deborah say Jackie's sister trying to make Jackie a victim. She deserves whatever Mia did to her. She do. She deserves whatever she get. That's why I'll never mention none of that stuff, because I don't care. I don't care at all. It's foolishness. So anyway, she played the thing. Everybody at the table making faces like, oh my God, I ain't never panhandled. Robin was like, she gets loud. Like, this the only part I need to share. And this the only part. And what about this? So Candace was like, well, I would answer you if you let me talk. And then she was like, I said it. Yes, I did. If I said it in that moment, that's what I felt. And this fool said the ancient African proverb, I said what I said, called it an ambush, because that's what it was. And then went on, Giselle talking about your face is cracked. You busted. Y'all, this the second time. Is it me, or is this not the second time that Robert and Rings lied on somebody? First, they lied on Wendy, talking about, oh, she lied on me. She called me a thug. I didn't attack her. Respucia didn't have to hold me. Here come production. Then here y'all go again, lying on this girl. And if Robert let you hear that live, that means you heard the whole live. You know Robert only played the first part to try to get everybody riled up. So y'all was lying again, talking about somebody busted. They're not busted. Y'all hoes is busted. Y'all are the definition of busted in every way possible. In every way. I feel like this is not good yellow girl representation. This ain't. This is bad. And so Candace was like, told Ashley, like, girl, I done said this to your face. And told Rings, I done said it to your face. And so, of course, Robert over there still being loud. Well, just say how you feel to everybody. She was like, I already have. And then she told Karen, I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't saying that I think you plot on nobody. And so then here come Ashley. Well, I'm going to talk about this. That you said that she was running around with men and whatever, yada, yada. Now, mind you, Candace should have cleaned that up better than she did. She should have said, no, we were talking about rumors, and I told her about the rumor that was going around, rather than to just say, I never said it. You did say it. So you need to clean your face. Ashley knew she was twisting it to make it sound like she wanted it to sound, but for Candace to just out and out deny, that was stupid. And it made you look dishonest. I ain't really care for that. So then Karen done got mad, and if you ain't got no names, no addresses, shut the F up. She walks off. Hell no, don't be talking about my institution. Respucia over there making faces, because that was her whole plan to try to get back on the show. All right? Listen. Robert was supposed to be Candace's friend, but you saw the minute that Candace didn't fall for the lie she told on Wendy, all of a sudden, Robert Dixon started walking around talking about Candace is being an a-hole. Candace is being an a-hole. Mind you, Candace ain't did nothing to you but not believe your bull crap. That's what the hell went on. And yes, Ashley is a messy opportunist. Now, that's the truth. That ain't nothing but the truth. Trina says Stewie, Darby, and Robert can't be trusted. Nobody should trust Robert. Robert looks like a swarthy, creepy fella. You shouldn't trust that guy. Don D say, I can't believe Candace thought that dude was her friend. And I'm mad she lied. Where's the proof she said it? Production showed where she let it come out her mouth. All she had to say was, we was talking about rumors because she was going with the hockey player, and I let her know people be seeing stuff and be talking. And so we was talking about rumors, and I mentioned the rumor that had been out about you going out of town, going to dinner with people. That's all she had to say. Ashley done twisted it up, said you sleeping with people and cheating and this and that. When the girl didn't say it like that, but Candace didn't keep it real. You say she need to have a one-on-one with Karen and clear things up. I would say that, but I also feel like Karen's so full of crap, I wouldn't waste my time. ST said they trying to provoke Candace so badly so they can get her off the show. It's sad and pathetic. Very, very, and they ruined themselves. Evie said, I understand why Karen is annoyed because I think she thought it was coming from Sharice. Well, it was coming from Sharice. Candace was talking about the old rumor that Sharice started. It all came from Sharice. Karen just went to acting up because she's tired of them talking about her and Uncle Ray. Nano say Rob knew Candace wasn't going to be on her side, so she needed to figure how to come for Candace and let her know she's on the losing side. Right. That's exactly what she was doing. Bella say Sharice gave Candace the tea. She didn't want her to out at the table. But this is old stuff. This is from season 2. This is old, stale, moldy tea. It's got a skin on the surface. It's so old. This ain't no tea. This old lies that Sharice been put out. Old lies. Worrying about trying to clock Miss Karen pocketbook. That's just nasty. Worry about yours and why you can't put drawers on it because your coochie sweat. Worry about that. So anyway, they went through all the theatrics. Karen came back to the table still showing out like somebody else was actually having a good birthday. Giselle was getting rained on. Candace tells her you getting rained on because you're evil. And then everybody goes to the club. Of course, Candace had to get Giselle one more time. She had to get rings. She said this 39,000-year-old hag went to bed early. Everybody else went clubbing. Her and Mia out there with their titties out. Rob and Wendy was drunk and they hugged. So they had to be good and drunk because, you know, Robert hates Wendy. Mia left early and the rest of them argued in the car all the way back to the house. And Candace telling Robin, you faking, you ain't my friend. So that's what had went on. But you say just hearing it is stressful. It's stressful as hell. Hey, Lady Virgo. Lady Virgo say, yep, Sharice is behind these rumors about Karen. This is the whole point of her coming on the show, and it's tiring. The issue is so old and through. Right. If it didn't work in season 2, please stop, Rasputia. God dang. Rasputia could come up with her own storyline. All she got to do is start like a girdle line. She don't need no waist trainer. Waist trainers is for young girls. When you got old belly meat, you know, if your belly meat is over 20 years old, just the meat on your belly, you need a girdle. You don't need a waist trainer. So Sharice could come out with a girdle line and she could get paid. You know what I'm saying? That'll be her whole thing. She can come out with that old school shapewear. They got boning in it and it'll be the bomb. That's all she got to do. That's it. But no, she want to still come on here and waste her time talking about Karen. That's what she want to do. Candace dragging them on Watch What Happens Live. Well, good for her. It's the truth. Sharice do got old belly meat. When you got old belly meat, all she got to do is come out with a good girdle, a good industrial strength girdle, and that's her storyline. Say Spush's still mad over the comment Karen made years ago on Watch What Happens Live. Well, she need to get over it. She need to get over it. Rasputia ain't likable. Meatwad is not likable. Yes, that old belly meat. That old belly meat. It had a lot going on. I wasn't bored. I was watching every little thing. Say your namesake needs lipo or lap band surgery. See, Sharice, you still young and pretty. She's old. That's old, tough meat. We don't even know whether lipo will work. That meat is old and tough. She need a real good girdle. You know that hard fabric that don't even stretch. She need that one. The one that it mash you in so hard it'll crack your ribs. That's the one she need to put on. That one. Zelene says she'll make some money with that girdle. She sure will. Yes, I call her Meatwad. That's right. Shout out to the Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And cone bras. Yes, so she can get rid of that titty loaf. Sharice need to get over it and take her cholesterol. Did you say cholesterol pills? Oh, you're savage. You're savage. That's right, y'all. Hit the StreamYard if you got something to say. This is one of them speak now, forever hold your peace moments. And I know y'all got something to say. I can take it tonight. I'm ready. I've been drinking my water. Bella said the last thing Sputia need is a champagne lounge. Right. She need to get into the dietary supplements and detoxes. Ooh, you wrong for that. But you know us old folks, we like a good dietary supplement. But not give us some garlic pills and fish oil tablets. We'll take them. Sure will. If Sharice sells some, I'll buy them. Hey, Kyle.
Geneva.
Yeah, you heard you saw what she said.
She said.
That's some ancient cleavage.
Yeah, it is really full up there. I don't know why she did that to herself.
I don't think she did that. I think that them titties is a result of biscuits and gravy. That is not a doctor.
Biscuits and gravy. But she said she got them done. But you're saying this is past the doctor.
This is way past the doctor.
Okay.
She might have bought titties back in 87. But what we looking at up there is the result of biscuits, gravies, chitterlings, hog maws, perlo rice. neck bones, stuffed bell peppers, all that.
Salted pork belly and the greens.
There you go. Lots of salt pork.
I'll show you.
Fat back. Rib bacon. That's what
She too much. She too
this.
much. She be killing me every time.
But it was just the idea, like Sharice is missing. She's missing a gold mine. Listen, I'm in the Big Girls Club. I'm the secretary of the Big Girls Club. You let me get on TV. The first thing I'm selling is industrial strength girdles. I'm going in. Sharice missed the golden opportunity. Instead of her selling some real good, strong, sturdy girdles, she up here chasing Karen's pocketbook. Why, ma'am? Your pocketbook is sweating and you can't put drawers on it. You around here funking everybody out. But instead of you getting your industrial girdle on or coming up with air-conditioned drawers for your stuff, you up here chasing Karen's crotch. I don't understand why she doing it. I wouldn't do it. Cal, what did you make of this mess we saw tonight? What did you make of this?
Okay, so where you want me to start? From the beginning or like, okay.
Let the Lord use you. Just let him use you.
Let the Lord use me. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Okay, we're gonna do this janky white party that the host who was throwing it for someone else wore a floral dress too.
You better say it.
Because regardless of her carrying into this tussle about the Wendy situation, bitch, you're the one saying you were throwing this white party for Karen. So I don't know how you made it from Potomac to Miami with a floral dress.
Right.
That to me, I was like, oh girl, like every episode she shows me what kind of person she is.
Yeah.
Because even in that small thing, I guess it seems bad because you are making this big production of, oh my God, this is a girls trip and I'm going out of my way for Karen, and you already reneged on the party. But the fact that like you were throwing this party for her and you still had a floral dress.
And you plan to try to outshine her at her party. And
right.
How you gonna try to outshine somebody in some big bright red flowers? Get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, okay. So that was a little tidbit that I caught, and I guess the main meat and potatoes were Karen's like, oh, I love seeing you guys getting together, which I'm also like, Karen, were you not standing there when Ashley said let's put our issues to the side for Wendy? So why are we now pretending like they're all kumbaya?
Right.
Starting this. Because that's what that was. And then to me, it shows the gumption the other women have because they feel like they can freely go after people because people don't have the same kind of perceptions about them. Because Ashley started rolling that neck and popping and a firing squad, and Candace was right. Like, my husband is not threatening me. That was not a threat. You're lying on him. You're going to be sorry. You're going to be sorry. You're lying on me. People say that all the time, and you are lying on him. And then Giselle hopping on it. Yeah, it was towards me, but y'all know who he's talking about. And because y'all didn't want Candace to blow up on y'all, because y'all wanted Candace to blow up on you when you sat at the dance studio, when you went to lunch with her, to the dinner with her, Ashley, the first time, you want her to blow up at she kind of a little bit, but blow up at the burn session, because you want her to blow up. And now all of a sudden, because she's not doing that as she said, and I curse you out, I'm loud and aggressive. And once I'm saying, you're going to say your piece, my husband's going to do what he's going to do. As long as he's within my bounds, I feel like it's perfectly fine for him to defend himself this way. I'm not saying nothing. We're moving on. We're shooting our show. The friends who are really my friends, I'm hanging out with. If you're not my friends, I'll go ahead and do the events we got to do. I'm moving on. But that's defensive to you. And then just Jacqueline open up her mouth. Well, you can't. Were you there when Giselle told me this news? Were you there when me and Ashley had our one-on-one? Were you there at the burn session as well? No, you weren't. So why are you opening up your mouth?
And the thing is, where were you ever? Who are you? I was with Candace when she was like, who the F are you?
It was very confusing because I'm just like, girl, this has layers to it. Also, I'm confused because, again, to me, I separate this from like our average run-of-the-mill housewives cheating rumor. Mm-hmm. You were trying to say my husband SA'd one of you and is going out of his way to put himself, himself on your friends. That's what you're not talking about some arbitrary woman in his law firm, which is still wrong, but I'm just saying, there's levels to it. Not some arbitrary woman at his law firm that nobody know about. That he has this weird thing.
They're basically saying you were at a casting or a filming event and were
at your job
to these women. Now that's what's different. And then let me tell you something else that got me right. Now, did you catch that firing squad comment from Forehead?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Or, I'm sorry, I'm so wrong. Fivehead.
RoboCop Stewie.
Mega Man. She sat up there because the girl like literally cleared them effortlessly. What is this, a firing squad? And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, the deflection, baby. Y'all literally grouped up and thought y'all was all gonna fire her at the same time. But then when she returned fire and shut your mouth, then it was, oh my God, is it a firing squad? It's like the audacity of Team Yellow to constantly be attacking people and then turn around and play victim. The minute a sister clears them, you being attacked. After you did the attack, all they did was return fire.
And I also want people to stop rewriting history when it comes to Ashley. It's like she was always cool, calm, and collective when it came to Michael. No, she wasn't. That girl was bibbling and bobbling and jerking her head around every time someone had to bring her information about her husband, up until the point where she was able to hold herself. But I was watching the after shows. That girl was pregnant and still bibbling and bobbing her head, talking about, I know my husband. And she was always on the defense for Michael. So let's not pretend like she was always cool, calm, and collected. And now she's trying to project that onto Candace like this is the norm for her husband, because it's not.
Okay,
Andrew, you can have your opinions.
Ask that girl who she was too, because she ain't nobody. But now let me say this. Let's be real. Even if they want to rewrite history, as we know people will do, a lot of people like revisionist history, okay? So even if they want to revise it and say that Ashley was cool, calm, and graceful when people told her about that grabby gorilla that she married, Montgomery Burns. Now, the problem with that is she would have been well within her rights to be perfectly calm, because she knew that man, like, you know, she knew that man was a turd burglar when she married him. Okay, now we ain't even finna play. You got on that show understanding that he might like a little cat, but he might like a little dog too. He's ambidextrous. And you married him knowing that. You was fine with it until people started, you know, talking about it on the show. And then you thought it was going to jeopardize your bag. Now that's the issue. That's when you started talking about y'all had an open marriage and y'all was doing.
Yes, we've talked about this before. Yes, the tune change.
Y'all had an open marriage. The man was able to go out there, play with fish, beef, whatever he liked, and come home to you. And you didn't have a problem with it because you was there for the check. I said it, a turd burglar. He likes to
really
break to the domicile of the turds. Now y'all know what I'm talking about. Trying to keep it clean.
Oh, this is clean. Okay.
Yeah, that's the cleanest version I got.
Okay.
Okay. He likes to sing karaoke, and he also likes to visit the domicile of turds. Is how he gets down. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what he likes. Bless his heart. You know. So she already knew this. So if she did stay calm, what would be the problem with it? I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
I can understand why she would be calm and Candace wouldn't. She would be calm because she already know you can't spray her with her own tea. And Candace wouldn't be calm because she know you lying on her husband.
Simple, right? It's very irritating. And again, Jacqueline jumping up, and she was like Mia's representative. I don't need She said, I was like, oh,
yeah.
This is the new one for me. So that was very interesting, and I have never been a great Grand Dame fan, and that was one of the first tingles for this episode, because it's like you're playing in my face because you know that they said they were setting this aside for Wendy.
Yeah.
And then the next day, why is this Miami trip so low budget, so boring?
Oh, baby.
Like, how did you bring me to Miami? And the next day, well, not even the next day, on the last day, we're finally doing boats, and this boat is a paddle boat with grocery or gas station sandwiches in a cooler box.
Yeah.
While you can only rent out 2 cars to do the driving with.
Thank you, but you miss Rich.
And I know production gives us a certain budget, but you're able to add on to the budget and see what you can recoup in your taxes. You can add to the budget.
But this
was not it.
Yeah, this is my issue, right? If you was gonna do that, if the girls wanted to go, let them pay for their own car. If it was only $95 an hour, god dang, I could have did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like you was breaking the bank. It ain't like you was coming in like Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri talking about money ain't a thing. It's $95 an hour. Now, can we really talk about it? Now, we understand you from the slums, but ain't you supposed to be a boss? Not right. She up here acting like she Rick Ross these days. And it's $95 an hour. You could only do it for 2 cars. But then if we ask, but if we let her tell it, she the biggest boss that we seen thus far.
And mind you, this is Miami, so I'll bring in some extra stuff from some Real Housewives of Miami just came back. They're only on Peacock. Their first season back after 8 years. When they were trying, obviously this is a stay-at-home vacation. They rented out the Versace hotel. We're doing Ashton Martin's. So another girl rented out a $50,000 a night penthouse. Like, they were doing things, and this is like them trying to be at home and like having a staycation. So again, it was very boring. Robin needs to let go of whatever misery and desecration is all over her, because Jesus God, that woman has no joy in her life. You do all this, like you don't have any manners when someone's saying, I'm going to invite Wendy over. And to me, some people call Candace immature, but I still find it that she felt her friend was attacked, but she was still trying to be mindful of not forcing the situation, unlike some other people, to start some mess. And not forcing her friend to be somewhere where she wasn't really welcome, because you see how Robin was already treating her for this small occasion. But but I don't care. You clearly do care.
Yeah, you obviously care.
You are bothered.
Yeah, now that's what we do know. You definitely care.
It is, and that's why when some people say she's clocking in this season, I'm just like, I don't really see her clocking in, because to me, nothing about it is joyful. Even in her mess, you can try to see someone being messy, but even with the, obviously later on, the Candace situation, that kind of stuff, it's coming from a place of like you being completely miserable.
Yeah,
like,
she's definitely miserable.
Miserable.
But the problem with that is, when it comes to that, she can't help but to be miserable. Like, look at her life.
Look at her life.
Look at her life. She didn't have a problem with them gas station sandwiches. This the lady who sell gas station hats. You slinging gas station hats, sitting on a podcast with your miserable ringed up friend, talking about all types of nothing, getting drugged. Like 98% of your life is just you being drugged repeatedly. And you running around here fronting like this man is your man, and the whole world knows he's not. How could she not be miserable? You got your little boys in the house. They probably think that you and their daddy is homeboys. They don't even know what's what. Hey, T Hutch say Minaj told y'all Mia ain't got it on the last reunion. She say that? I didn't remember that, but if she said it, she was right.
She said something of like it wasn't like she got it on her own or something like relating to G, I believe. Oh, because it was about the question, like, if you had $100 million or whatever in the bank, would you still be with your husband? And she directed that question to Ashley, Mia, and Karen.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, how do you know I don't have it in the bank? And she did say, because I know you don't.
Oh, okay. See, so she was definitely right. Apparently, this sis don't even have, she didn't have it to do $100 an hour for, 3 more cars?
Yeah.
It wasn't that day. You basically spent $200.
Because, like, if you really think about it, okay, they were there for 3 days. The first day, they got there late at night, so they were just chilling around the house with the sewer water overhead. And they went to the Peter place where, she decided that she was going to cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
The next day, it was that awful, dreadful public beach situation.
Girl, that was a travesty.
And
look what Lel said. Say, notice when Wendy called home, her children well fed and taken care of. When Robert calls home on the game after they missing school, is self-explanatory. Yeah, that's why she mad.
That was really real, That was real. That was deep.
It was. Hey, PAH Golden. Thank you, boo. Rebel Sunflower say, my client who don't watch the show kept asking if Mia was a woman. Lord. Oh, child.
Yeah, they are.
Rob's beard. Yep. This is sad.
It really is.
Miss Reed, they was missing school. She told her little boy, I know you ain't go to school because I called your dad at 7:45 and he was still in the bed. Them children ain't even go to school, let alone ate good. If anything, Wendy had to check Eddie because he up there overfeeding the children, getting them taco and this and that. I say, God dang, Eddie.
He said ribs, tacos, and pasta.
Yeah, them children up there eating up the whole house. Meals. They balling. They like, Mama gone, we eating everything.
They really did. Okay, we're on this boat. Ashley asks about this marriage question, which I feel like is really shade. It's still some shade from Ashley because we all know nothing is happening.
Yeah,
And then,
Ashley was being shady as hell with that.
yes, yes. She is bragging about, okay, this is a little quick tea. I thought, I was really sure if she really did renovate that place. But I was like watching some YouTube videos earlier, and so someone was watching it, and she did make some changes to the house. But I don't know where it's $65,000. So all I saw was she painted over the cabinets and extended an island. Anyway,
that does not
Giselle,
make $65,000.
yeah, no, I didn't see anything else, and the house looks very much so like staged. Regardless, Robin's like, I don't want to talk about people who don't like me, and to me, that's a dog whistle because you were just in your confessional last episode, which I know the confessional was shot later, saying how you don't like Wendy, but now you're in the scene saying you don't want to talk about because she doesn't like you. Putting off like she is the issue, and it's not you have an issue with her, but she has an issue with you, or at least it being mutual.
They were working overtime to try to make that girl a villain, and it failed miserably. And
Yeah,
Lady Virgo
really
said she expected Mia to have a yacht for them girls. Child, I didn't. I knew it was gonna be something trifling, but I didn't know it was gonna be no pedal.
Yeah, that trifling. That trifling I was expecting.
Debbie, thank you for the super chat. She say this MIA trip was missing in action. Yep, the whole trip was missing.
Yes, it's awful.
Oh,
yeah, I just
say tax fraud
for who?
Oh my!
Essence for who? A lot of people. I'm
questioning. Why you ain't hit the link? Because I don't like guessing. Tutu say side note, they going in on Robert and Rings on Watch What Happened Live.
Okay, because family comments on right now. Because usually I'll give us the tea for Watch What Happens Live, but obviously since it didn't come on until 10, I didn't. I was watching other people. Well, I was watching back and forth between you and Mims, so I wasn't getting the opportunity to see it. But I'll watch and see. But yeah, it's just I don't like that because again, that's like dog whistle, and Robin is a problem to me because she's the same one who sat on season 5 who took in that the perception that people have for the darker skin castmates will be different than them. So for you to sit here and want to be like, for people who don't like me, acting like Winnie did something to you when she's the one who got a drink thrown at her, a purse thrown at her, a phone thrown at her. Like it is strange to watch, which is why I can't say this is clocking in because this is not fun for you to have this major issue when there's a balance of this being your real life and being a show. And when it comes to the show part, if it's not that big of a deal, you should be letting it go. You should not be having this big of an issue with her this season when y'all haven't really done anything.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
It don't. And then we got Karen, Karen, I'm sorry. I've lost all of it for Karen because that car ride scene where she's like placating Mia about the situation. I'm like, what are you doing, Karen?
Yep. It doesn't make sense at all.
Because I feel like, did we forget that Karen, it's not like Karen pulled in Ashley and brought Wendy without telling anyone. You said, I invited her. Is that okay with you? And she told you no. You have breakfast with me. How about you have lunch with her and have dinner with me? You said okay, and you disinvited Wendy, and y'all went to go have a little lunch at the Cuban spot. So what in there is selfish? When also this is the same woman who's saying, I'm not going to do anything to mess up your birthday, but she demands for you to not bring this woman around who she assaulted. What mess is this? And that's why it bothered me. And I feel like I know it bothered you a little bit when she kept saying, "Oh, 2 wrongs don't make a right," and I don't like the life and
I was sick of her with that. I knew where Karen was going with that then when she was trying to spread it around so Mia wouldn't have to be accountable. Mia complained on every trip last year. Yep. She complained, oh yeah, I vacation with my rich friends. Where's the valet to get my bags? Where's this? Where's that? And I get turned down service. Where was the valet to get their bags at that little house?
She had people with the food, and that was about it.
My thing was, where was all these rich accommodations? Where were they?
Nowhere. The most you had was some food, which is great, but that's the most you had.
Was a little bit of food. Ooh. Bella say Robert has to stir up fake drama to keep this check. Her sorry behind pays 1 and his actual woman expenses.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Y'all are so shady.
That's real shady, Bella. You don't think he paid for it with his job? Because I think that's what's going on. I think Robert Dixon is having to pull all her weight by herself, and I think money is going to his real woman. I really believe it.
I can see that. I can see that because I'm with you on that one. But let's get back to our girl Karen. My spirit was very much so disturbed when she was leaning over her and saying, "I apologize, and that was selfish of me." And Mia's like, Thank you, Karen. You know, I can get with a girl who like takes accountability.
It's like, I don't know where that voice come from. Like, girl, you from the group home and the strip club. Why do you sound like that? Mia say Robert is mad at Wendy because Rings told because Wendy were off. I guess you're saying because Wendy went off on Rings.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's that. And they were gonna go after her anyway. You say the lady in the upper Marlboro. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Essence, what you
Thank
think?
you.
Hi.
Hey.
Where you at?
Oh my god. I was taking a night off because I'm so over this show, y'all. I'm not even
Okay, I
gonna
feel
lie to
you. I get you because I
I
get that.
cannot like
I get you.
there's no air of like positivity. Like,
At all.
I can't take it. Like I can't. And plus I have Peacock, so I will see the actual episode tomorrow. But
Okay.
since I'm in my feelings, I figured I'd come on and drag some people.
That's right. If you in your feelings, let it out.
Okay, I think that Robin and Giselle know each other's secrets, and what I say by that is they're contracting their men to keep a check. And I think both families, I think they're cheating the system, is what I think.
Yep.
I think they're cheating the system. I really, really, truly believe that Robin has something with Juan where he comes so she can keep her job. And I think that Giselle knows she's in hot water, so she's trying to do it again too. So I can't take it no more. I think Mia, I think that money, that 60,000, she might have told on herself. She probably pretended to buy some supplies for that house
Oh, I see what you're saying
Oh.
with the
and
tax
kept that
fraud.
coin.
Yeah. Because, girl, when I tell you, when she's, because I know I was watching on another YouTuber's channel, and I was like, okay, you bought some paint. I watch all the home decor YouTube channels and everything. You bought some paint and like you got some new countertops. They don't really seem like marble, but they're not the high grade one. And you extended this island. I don't see the 65 here.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And that was not 65,000. She went to Lowe's and bought them countertops. That wasn't
I'm
even
telling you,
$1,000.
she telling on herself. And another thing is this, Mia, that trip was so incredibly tacky. Like, what are you talking about?
But remember, she hang with her rich friends, honey. Her real
She a
friends.
lie.
Yes,
She's a
not these broke
fraud.
bees.
She is a
Get this.
fraud.
But remember, she said, remember now, my real friends is rich, and then you brought your broke friend on the show who need to borrow deodorant.
Her real friends is bankrolling her. Let's talk about it.
I don't know whether they bankrolling her or not. I
They
feel like
must
her
be.
real friends need to borrow deodorant. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Her
Mia's
real
a
friends
liar.
borrowing deodorant.
She's the liar. While the catered lunches and breakfasts are nice, the proof is in the pudding. You're literally sharing a bed with Jacqueline.
Not only
Literally.
is she sharing a bed, she's sharing a shower. And when it was time for activities, she put them girls on that cheap behind pedal boat and only rented 2 cars at $95 an hour.
A
It's
hot
a
mess.
mess.
Now,
And can we talk about the beach chairs?
well, let's talk about the beach chairs. Let it rip.
Mia, like where was the opulence?
A private beach, or like actually at like there are private beach clubs and stuff like that. Like those things exist. Why are we on a public beach and they just pulled out these chairs with these attached umbrellas for you?
She's in denial. She's delusional. No, she's not in denial. She's delusional. Mia is really delusional. And I really feel like desirability politics has really like made this lady like delusional. Like she really thinks that because she's looks a certain kind of way, I guess.
Well,
That we're gonna just not see the
hard to
cheapness.
scrape that black off. Now, the little bit of black she had, she worked hard to scrape it off. And I think that she thought yellow was the key. And the problem with what I see with not Jacqueline, Lord, with Mia Manhands, is that Mia is trying to give us an impersonation of what she thinks a rich person acts like.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And it often happens when people grow up on couches and in group homes.
So remedial. Remedial.
Yeah.
Because I will say this part. because I deal with Twitter and people are like, oh my god, I wish Karen would stop with this Dior bag. You know how many of the girls I watch on the YouTubes who buy all the things and they'll pick their bag for the month and rock that thing out? Like, she acts like a person who, like, obviously she's not wealthy, but she acts like someone who grew up with a little bit of money. Mia is always prancing around these pretty little thing outfits and pursing these lips that she needs to take back to whoever put them in there.
And this is the thing. So let me ask you this, because maybe I'm geezering again, right?
No, never.
Who was complaining about Candace toting a Dior
Oh, the
bag?
people were, because I've seen it before. People complaining like she'll go through a phase, because like she's the kind of girl I've seen, and like my grandma does a thing where like you buy something, you know, oh, this is my style for right now, and she'll wear it for a couple of weeks or a month. I remember she like got a Gucci belt, she's wearing it for a little bit.
Your purse. That's normal.
Yes. But we were talking about the practices, because Essence brought up a fabulous point of like she acts like what she thinks rich people act like, and I'm telling her from experience, I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what she's doing. She thinks 9 times out of 10, maybe her second or third foster home, they let her watch Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, and so she's trying to give us all of those people she saw in one personality, and it's fake as hell.
Yep,
that's what she's giving. Because Candace carrying a purse more than once, so you go buy the purse first, and then we'll see how many times you carry it. But what I will say is, while we see Mia rocking a whole lot of Fashion Nova and China specials, and I can spot them.
Tory Burch sandals. I'm just saying.
I can spot cheap clothes.
Tory Burch says
I can spot cheap clothes. I ain't even talking about no Tory Burch. That'll be a step up from some of that cheap spandex I done seen on that hooker. Them good Lycra blends on that heifer. Them twins polyester that I done seen on that heifer. Okay? Now, if we gonna really clock Candace, let's clock her, because I done clocked her in some Yves Saint Laurent. I've clocked her in some good designer shoes. I've clocked her in some good.
She loves a good black-owned brand too.
$100,000 wedding.
But I'm just saying, but even beyond the wedding, because the wedding was mama and daddy, as it should be. But I'm talking about on fashion choices alone. I can clock the labels. That's my business. That's what I do for a living.
Come on.
Lil Mama be rocking them labels, and she does, and she doesn't do it with any ostentatity. She's not out there trying to show you her label. I just know what the hell I'm looking at.
Jimmy Choo's shoes and everything.
Right, and I be sitting back watching her like, all right, Lil Mama, okay.
And Wendy too.
Wendy don't be giving up labels like that. Wendy put on a couple of little money pieces here and there, and it's cute, and it looks good on her.
See, but Wendy...
No, baby, I'm telling you,
her luxury pieces are in her purses.
But I'm not talking about purses. I'm talking about
we're talking about clothes, like the clothes.
Oh, clothes. Okay.
When it comes to fashion, Candace eats them girls up. And it's you not finna convince me nobody keeping up with on the fashion. They can't.
No, not even close.
And I think hold on, and I'm gonna tell you another reason why it's simple for her to do it is because she's T90. See, when you get to a certain size, baby, certain designers don't make stuff in your size. Okay, I ain't trying to hurt no feelings. I'm the secretary of the Big Girls Club. I'm just telling it like it is. And as somebody who's made clothes for years, I wouldn't sew for people that was bigger than a size 6. It's frustrating. Just the truth. So when she goes into those boutiques and into those shops where they have to buzz you in, she can go find lots of things to fit her little teeny tiny hips. Because she ain't got none. She can just jump right in them. And T. Hutch is telling it like it is. They mad with her because of her family's wealth. That's one of the main things that they're angry about. And see, this is the thing, Andrew Mack. No, baby, that's when you have to go to the atelier. You're not buying off. You're not going to buy Gucci off the rack when you were size 12 and 14 and 16 and 18. And you 12 feet tall. You're not going to be able to just jump in those size 14 Yves Saint Laurent heels. You're not going to be able to do it. I don't think YSL make a size 14 heel. I've never seen one. That heifer would have to wear Air Maxes. Janice said, you better tell the truth, Seanitra. Candace got their money.
Air Maxes.
Yes, she out there stomping in her Air Force Ones like Nelly. That's why she keep wearing that cheap stuff, because it's not easy to find stuff to fit your butt. Once you get a certain size, you're gonna need the bread for an atelier. Ask me how I know. I ain't just get big yesterday. I know how this thing go. Yep, Candace didn't come from broke money. Even her headbands is amen. I be clocking that little heifer.
She know Mia really should be embarrassed though, seriously, and that's really why I came up here because I'm just over it. Like I am so embarrassed for them. Like literally, Potomac is not giving. There hasn't been opulence. There hasn't been class. There hasn't been fun.
Mm-mm.
There hasn't been anything. And as much as we love mess, as a viewer, I like what I like. I'm into fashion as well. You know what I'm saying? I love fashion. I like a little bit of luxury. And for me to throw this rinky dinky trip and then to really have the personality that she has, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
over it. Like I'm ready for them to go home and I'm ready for them to go home and just
I
finish
know
it.
that's right.
I'm so over it. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mia, you're broke. I'm not. You're not broke, sis, but you're cheap. There's a difference.
There you go. But see, that's what happens. Let me tell you something. Poverty is a mindset. Poverty is a curse, and it's a mindset. People can give you $1,000,000, and if you still got that curse of poverty, you'll run through that money, and you're gonna still live your life like an impoverished person. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what the hell is going on with that whole. T.
Yep.
Hut say, if we gonna tell the whole truth, Giselle hated Monique from the moment she said 5 was 4 houses. Those women hate dark skinned women who got it. It's facts. It's facts. Max say no fashion at all. Rings and Robert don't even try. They sure don't, baby. They go bust out that stuff from Fringe Fashions and the Woolworths
They
and come
probably
home with it.
laughing stocks of the Bravo universe. I can just imagine the girls just really looking at them like, oh my God, this Potomac.
That's right. That's
How
right.
sad.
Bianca, shout out to the Air Maxes. I don't mean no harm. Shout anybody wearing Air Maxes, shout out to you. Ain't nothing wrong with a good Air Max. I heard they got good art support. So do your thing. Edwin say Mia is not even giving Fashion Nova. She giving Rainbow to say the least. The
Yeah.
only reason I say it's got to be some China or Fashion Nova because I don't think Rainbow sells stuff for big and tall.
Yeah. Ashley's the rainbow girl.
Yeah,
Mia's
Ashley's
the
definitely
dual thing.
Rainbow.
Oh my God. Ashley, oh my God, ma'am.
You know what
Um,
else though? Ashley was very much this episode giving me Billabong. Remember the Billabong surf shops? Y'all might be too young.
What is wrong with
yeah.
her?
Don D say, I hear it's really hard for girls who got BBLs to find clothes that fit. They have to get it from Fashion Nova and LA Express. It's very true. And the
Yes.
reason for that is when you get into those designer labels, they make, number one, the catwalk is all sample sizes, but they only make those items up to a certain size. So you would have to either purchase more than one and have somebody, construct you something similar, go holler at Dapper Dan or something, or you're going to have to go to an atelier. You can't just, how you going to squeeze where you done put all your grits and eggs from your back and your belly on your booty and then think you're going to get that in some designer slacks. It's not going to work. You need spandex. Say Mia implants in her back, so maybe that's why. Oh my, implants in her back, Lord. Hey Marquise, Keisha say Candace still looked like money when she walked in the house with her Howard sweatshirt. She does because money don't make a lot of noise like that. It just doesn't. You can tell who got it by who ain't constantly talking about it. Dr. J say Ashley get her clothes from the strip club store. She might.
No, actually, no. Seriously though, on a serious note, like they need to have a private conversation with them. And no, I like Tory Burch. I'm just saying, for somebody who wants to be seen as money, that is not even Neiman's. That's not even Neiman Marcus.
Not even Morgan Taylor when it was there.
Tory Burch is in Nordstrom.
But ain't nothing wrong with Nordstrom.
I'm just saying. If
my problem is Mia doesn't even look like she dressed out of Nordstrom's, man. She definitely ain't dressing out of Saks. Half of her clothes don't even look like they come out of Macy's. Let me bring it all the way down. I don't even think she coming out of Macy's and Belk Lindsay with that stuff. I don't know where she is giving China.
I do love Tory Burch though. For me, Tory Burch is like a nice, cute look. Semi-luxury working.
But I'm just saying it's regular. It's real regular.
And the rich people still wear it.
I'm not, and I'm just gonna be real. I don't have a problem with Tory Burch. I'm just looking at the fact that she rocking all that cheap spandex. Darlene say, hey everybody, Wendy killing it with the fashion. Yep, she looks good. Wendy always looks good, but Wendy come with a few money pieces, but she wears quality pieces.
Right.
All I'm saying is Wendy's not a fashion.
Labels.
She's not a label girl. She's not a label girl. And there is nothing wrong with that. Quality pieces don't have to be labeled. Hell, I make quality pieces and I ain't no label. So you know what I'm saying? As far as I know, she might have an extremely good seamstress.
Your daughter, she got it wrong. Ashley does talk about money. It's just that she talks about Michael's money.
That's true.
I don't see the money in Ashley's life. Period. You still in that apartment loft? I mean, I get it. You on a.
Well, she in the house now. Point of correction. She's in the house. Yes, last week. As of last week, she was putting up videos doing TikTok in the new house. So she got the new house.
Thank God. God is good.
Hopefully that man's name is not on it.
Ain't nothing wrong with Nordstrom. I like Nordstrom, girl. I go to their shoe section.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you, they better not have a sale. I'll be right over there in Nordstrom shoe department, and I will sit my wide hips down on that bench and have them bring me all my shoes in a size 10.
I'm just saying, for me, for the persona that Mia portrays, she should be in Neiman's. She should be in Bloomingdale's. She should be, you know what I'm saying?
No, she shouldn't be in Bloomingdale's. She should be in Saks. That's where she should be with all that noise she making.
Okay, she should be in Bloomingdale's.
I will never forget last year when she was calling people broke bees about a trip, and now we're at your trip, and toilet water's flushing over my head. You can't talk to me about a thing.
That red dress she had on, what was that? What was that?
I don't know if that tie was that knot at the bottom.
Matt said Old Navy and Forever 21. Jesus.
I'm telling you, if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it because I'm tired. At least Giselle, her tacky and broke brand is always correct. But Mia, you're delusional. Jackie
wearing somebody hand-me-downs.
Jackie, what are you doing?
Them clothes don't even fit her.
No,
they fit her like she borrowed some clothes from Mia.
That pink dress with the little connected piece was droopy.
I don't know if I would call Karen a pretender on the fashion. Karen does high-low pieces, and she'll tell you she do high-low. She'll do something that's designer and something that's like the other day. She was like, "Oh, this was Fashion Nova," and she keep it real. She ain't gonna say it's designer when it's Fashion Nova. She told y'all it was Fashion Nova. I remember them pretending it was indie. That was clearly a Fendi outfit. That was a Fendi outfit. She had somebody all to the shoulder. Now we ain't gonna lie on the lady. That's not cute.
So sick of them. I'm so sick of them, Seanitra. I'm over it.
Say when Ashley talk about money.
Oh, girl. Every time she gets into a fight with someone, she always be talking about that man's money. Why do I need to do this? My husband's
You know what? You right, Kai. She has done that. Remember when she was picking on Robin about them $31.57? Yep.
So that's why, Ashley is quick to throw up someone's money, all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, her husband will walk into a restaurant and shut it down, even though that's the only thing she was trying to do with her life.
That's right.
Where's the Porch, Ashley? Where's your Porch?
Where
is your Porch?
She did good to get that house, and I think she only managed to get that house because that man didn't want to film on that show no more.
Yes, and again, as I say, I hope to God the man's name is not on it.
And not only that, Cheryl, not only will I shop at Nordstrom, I will shop at Nordstrom Rack.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Girl,
I don't believe in paying full price.
And then not only do I like Nordstrom Rack, girl, I like Saks off Fifth too. It got to be Saks Fifth Avenue. A girl would shop Saks off Fifth because I know how to get labels at a discount.
They have quality stuff. They have Valentino.
Now, mind you, I can't fit none of that stuff, but I buy it for my baby girl because she can still fit it. You know what I'm saying? You listen, unlike y'all faves on this show, y'all know sis like to keep it real. My booty is 60 inches. Ain't nothing in there finna wrap around this rump. Nothing. So when I go buying, little fancy stuff, it's for my baby.
You could get cashmere items.
Because at least you could give me good, regardless of what Mia says, you can still give me a good, wealthy middle class. I'm like a good Ralph Lauren green label or purple. The Tory Burch, I'm fine with because I know the girls who got the money who still will rock a Tory Burch or Rachel. Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. Like I'm not even finna get into the Tory Burch. I felt like it was overrated from day one, but it's not bad. H&M, I would never shop H&M. And
No.
ain't no black folks got no business shopping H&M. Yeah, Jackie gives rainbow and whatever somebody
Jackie,
her.
it's like they still in the hood. Like no offense to us and our roots and stuff, but do not try to come through with your silk press,
ooh,
lumpy face,
ooh,
your duck lips,
ooh,
and the Jeeps that cannot fit everybody. And I'm talking about some. Oh, just so y'all know, when y'all get back here, y'all don't have a place to sleep, girl.
Goodbye.
Y'all are sharing a bed.
Fried ends.
A bed.
Bang, and the fried ends.
And y'all, SpongeBob say, y'all, I think Mia putting her friend on blast to keep her on the show. Remember, she says she takes her friends wherever she go. Yeah, it could be a plot. You know what I'm saying? I don't put nothing past it. Say Ashley ain't even built though. She is tiny. Yeah, she's very tiny, but she's still built real funny.
Yeah,
that's a strange little build on that lady.
I'm so sick of them.
Karen Demby saying they might be Mia hand-me-downs. I told y'all, I believe them some hand-me-downs because the clothes don't fit her. They always look oversized, like somebody done stretched them out first.
How sad.
Edwin say high-low is always the way to go, because what people don't seem to understand is that most brands like Gucci love.
We didn't finish the sentence.
The comment, but yeah, high-low is the way to go. Like the fact. Anytime I see somebody that's got to be Gucci down, Louis down, Dior down, everything got to match, that screams to me you were raised probably in the projects. You're not used to nothing. Your mama never taught you how to work separates. That's what it gives me. You got to buy your whole outfit off one mannequin because you lack the skills to coordinate an outfit. That's what it gives me. Bianca say, but y'all see that they'd rather support the person that rushed toilet water above their head than the person that was rationally thinking. That shows exactly what they are. Trash. Yes.
We got off topic because I was talking about the Karen and the apologizing. I wanted to get back to that because
what did you think of it? Because Karen pissed me off.
It just like the way, like the fact that her body language was leaning into Mia, really trying to get her to accept it and all this stuff. Yeah, and I'm just like, like this is the third day that this mess is going on. I would have put my foot down.
And she was the attacker. Can we still keep it clear that she was the attacker?
Thank you. Like Karen and Miss Grandam, I would put my foot down. Mia, you've had your way for X amount of days, and you're the one who started this mess with this girl. We came here, we've left our families and our homes to have a fun time. I will be hanging out with her X, Y, and Z. Because this is ridiculous now for us to be on this weekend trip and you throwing stuff at people. Now all of a sudden no one can be around because you feel disrespected. I'm pretty sure she felt disrespected when you decided it was okay to throw drinks and purses and phones.
And cell phones. Right. And trying to fight this lady in public. Because that's my thing. If you had just started some verbal stuff with her, that's one thing. You started some verbal garbage and then tried to physically attack her.
She did it.
And that's why I stopped myself from saying tried. She physically attacked that woman
twice.
And then all of a sudden she needs an apology. Okay, Edwin say he like to buy luxury sneakers, belts, and then clothing. I do good quality, but not look. You know what? A lot of men do that, and I like that. When I see somebody with a good top, a nice pair of tailored slacks, you know what I'm saying? Throw on a Hermes belt or some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some real slick silk socks.
Yeah, Ferragamo.
But now when it comes to like the shoes, dress shoes, I like to see good dress shoes on men. Like real, like, you know.
I do love my dress shoes.
I don't know what good dress shoes look like on men. I just know they have to be shiny.
Oh, hell no. I know what good is. Like if you got on some Meslins or something, I'm be like, all right, cat daddy. You know a little something about something. You know what I'm saying? I talk to you a little bit, you know. I'm like, and look here, back in the day, girl, I'd be like Tevin Campbell. Can we talk? Let me just try to see the right thing on your foot. That means you know quality, you know what you're doing. Mona Marie said Karen is also the one that says there's no color. Thank you, Mona Marie.
Karen is full of it, and she's a part of the issue, the back issue. Let's just say the quiet as it's kept issue. The fact that they know what they're doing issue. Karen is complicit, like you keep saying. And to be honest, I don't care how much she tries to play innocent. She deserves every drag that she get. I
know that's right. Now he LAL said, I want to know where Wendy get them Birkins from. Yeah, them bags be nice. Now them some nice.
And Robin's still wearing the same MCM. Now, like I said,
Oh, now
I
you
love
know
me a
what?
good
Now let me ask
Bloomingdale.
you this: do you think it's real MCM, or you think that's the one from over there? You know, off
I
the
don't know, because she keep carrying it. Giselle had that little bucket bag for 3 episodes straight. I don't know what's going on.
Really? I have not noticed. Girl, I missed this. I gotta look.
She's had the same cut out bucket bag every dinner outfit.
Well, okay, Mona Marie. Sharice called herself mad with Wendy because she tried to lie on Wendy and Wendy checked her. Remember that episode? Oh, you said that Karen said I was coming with bad intentions, and Wendy was like, "That's not true." And production backed her up that was not true at all. That girl did not say that. She said that she asked Karen, "What if you came with bad intentions?" So she's still mad because the same reason the rest of them are. They tried to pile on and it didn't work. Thank you, Karen Denby. Canal Street. Is that real MCM or Canal Street MCM?
I know, you know what? And I'm not gonna lie, $6.50 is a lot for a tote bag,
but it's really not.
It is for me. Shoot.
I'm just saying, there was a time when I still cared about such things. I bought a lot of bags. They cost a whole lot more than $600.
I got one. I have one. And that's what I'm saying. It's like robbing. Oh, I got a new house.
Because if we gonna be real, a $650 bag is not that expensive. That's a cheap bag. Now I clearly remember this was back in the 90s spending $1,700 on one bag.
You know what? It needs to be more.
Which my mama promptly took.
I'm frugal.
She did. Shout out to my baby in heaven, but she promptly took that bag.
She did.
Yeah, she was like, she said, "Oh, I like this."
Oh, okay. She took it from you because she liked it.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, I like this." And that was the end of it. And that really became our game. I would buy nice things and I wait till she saw it and she'd just take it.
Okay, see, I'm your mom in this situation, so I'm good for. I won't necessarily take the bags, but I'm a jewelry girl, so I will take the jewelry.
Oh, she took the jewelry too, girl. She took my jewelry. She took my bags. She took my perfumes. She took my brooches, my scarves. We even wore the same size shoe. There was one occasion when that lady sent me home barefooted because she liked a pair of my shoes. She said, "You can't go nowhere but home." And so I took my happy behind. I walked right back out her house barefooted, got in my truck, and drove home.
Oh, this is too much.
Yes, that's what my baby used to do to me, and I loved every minute of it.
Well, maybe
I would complain about it while laughing that she robbed me.
Oh, see, yeah, my grandma don't really be laughing, but she let me slide by. If I want to wear the ruby ring for a month or so, she's like, "Carl," so the diamond earrings. I'd be like, "Please, grandma, let me live." She let me live. She got upset because I lost them and my uncle bought them for her. But I replaced them. But I am good for taking the jewelry.
Yeah, but she didn't borrow it. She just took it. She would just take it. She would go in my closet and see I wasn't using things and say, "You ain't doing nothing with this," and it became hers. And that was cute to me. It gave me joy to give my mom a pretty.
Yeah,
I know how you feel, Seanitra. Same. I'm the same way with my mom too. I love to treat her with stuff.
Yeah, she was good and spoiled, and I loved it. Every minute of it. Because I've never been the prissy girl. Like, I like nice things, but I don't really care about that. I really don't care about stuff. Most people who've ever been around me come to my house, they know I will load you up with all kind of stuff. Like, hey, you like this? You want this? Take this. Like, I'm a very free-handed person. I don't hold things.
I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of it.
What?
I'm over it. Like, I just cannot. Like,
we haven't talked about.
She said a man in flip-flops 9 times out of 10 is dusty. That's very true. Hey, Vet. Bella said Juan probably gifted Robert that backpack when he had money playing in the NBA. Now she can't let it go.
Oh, Jesus.
Everywhere she goes, she got the red MCM bag. Y'all watch the next few episodes.
I have not seen this, Essence. You really got me.
Because I love fashion. I love me some.
I noticed the Candace's she has like that mini Bottega knot bag, and I see all the collection of your bag. But I guess because I haven't really seen anyone else have bags on this trip, really, other than like I guess Wendy here and there. But I guess like the other girls, it's not an outfit, so I don't really be looking. It's not an outfit.
No, Giselle wore her dinner purse to the beach. I'm just saying.
Because look who we talking about. Look who we talking about.
Her dinner purse to the beach.
We did good that girl didn't come out there with a lap throw, a bingo hat, with her bra on the outside of her swimsuit. Like we're doing good that she did anything at all on that beach.
I'm disgusted with Team Yellow. Team Yellow really need to sit down. That's why
We haven't talked about the last dinner yet.
I need Candace and Wendy to really humble them.
I literally design and sew for each one of my clients personally.
Yeah.
So if you need something done, holler at me. You see my
I need
info.
lessons is what I need.
Like I literally sit down and sketch for each one of my clients. I don't use anybody's designs but my own. I'm like Nicki Minaj. If Nitra sold it, Nitra designed it. Okay.
Period.
Yeah, I don't do no plagiarism. Emma Crawford said Candace should know better telling Ashley anything because she knows she can't trust Ashley at all because Ashley's nobody's friend. It's true. She shouldn't have never had that heifer in her house.
Okay, let's get to this part then, because we've been talking about the fashions, which was great. Okay,
The fashion talk can go all night now.
I know. I'm trying to, because Robin was far too excited about getting that little clip from a blog to like the fact that
from the live, the girl she went live for everybody to hear. So it's like, how was that ever behind anybody's back?
And I feel like people, because again, I'd be scrolling through the Twitters before I join. I feel like people like y'all don't understand why Candace is upset because on that same live, she spent 3 or 4 minutes bigging up Robin and her businesses, talking about the hats are good. I buy the hats.
Support that when her skincare come out. I'll support that. Let me find that live so I can play it because I know some of y'all heard it and some of y'all didn't.
Yeah,
and even heard it and who did not. Let me see if I can read it because I played it the other night.
And
were you in here when I played that the other night?
I was.
I think I was too.
Essence was here. Okay,
I heard it. You play all of it, and it's so telling
that the girl literally said nothing out of the way. Like Robin made something out of nothing.
Because she needs that money.
And played only the first couple of minutes and said,
yes,
that's all I need to share. No, that's not all you need to share. That's all you wanted to share because you wanted to tell a lie. That's why I say that's a crafty fella right there. That fella's real crafty. Y'all have
because if I remember correctly, people were asking her to clarify, and I think she specifically talked about Ashley and Giselle. So it's just like
it don't matter who she was talking about. At the end of the day, Robin.
But she made it clear that she wasn't saying all. She was saying most, and they literally lied on this girl.
Yeah, that's the point.
They took part of her words and lied on them. So listen.
Fake, no one's loyal. Everyone's literally out for themselves, trying to panhandle their little businesses across town, across these United States that nobody gives a fuck about. Fuck these hoes. From the bottom of my heart.
Now that's where Robin stopped, but keep listening.
It's impossible to be friends with people who will literally say anything to try and elevate themselves and destroy you. Like, there's no line. Will literally make things up out of the clear blue sky because they are so lacking in activity. I was going to say personal story, but lacking in activity. You have such little to do, such little going on. Support. Well, I don't. Is Robin's skincare line out yet? I will support that. Cause I support embellished Robin's hats. I think her hats. Now I would support. Well, I don't. Is Robin's skincare line out yet? I will support that. But I support embellished Robin's hats. I think her hats are bomb. I wear them all the time in real life. The concept for her hats is really dope. So I feel like her skincare line will do well. I will probably save this live, yes. Potential newbies. I'm confused by them. And that's what I'll say. I'm confused. Sharice and I are good. Love Sharice.
She's reading comments and responding to people, y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I take back all. Most.
I take back all, most. Clearly.
I can't with the villain mentality.
So y'all see that, right? How they lie on the black girls. They'll lie on you. If you ain't doing nothing wrong, they'll just lie on you. If they need you to be the villain, they're gonna tell a lie.
Personally, I really don't mess with Candace like that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't either.
I feel like
right,
she plays in our face. I feel like she plays in our face as far as her commentary in real time. I understand being like diplomatic, as you would say. I understand, but stop playing in our face. Number one, you know this is annoying and triggering to a lot of the audience. That's first and foremost. Your husband is being accused of terrible, terrible acts, but you want to be cordial and soft spoken, and I don't appreciate that. And at this point, if you don't have the energy for it, neither do I, as a viewer. So I'm really sincerely over Potomac. Like I think Candace is playing in our face. I don't really think she has that much beef with the cast at all. The fact that she says she's good with Sharice of all people, the one who actually is the lapdog, I just can't. It's giving the only person I feel is genuine at this point is Giselle. At least she's genuinely messy.
She's genuinely nasty as hell.
But I get confused with that playing my face part because she handled Giselle already. The whole thing is she's not giving Giselle any more energy. We're on the show. I'm not going to stop my bag for you. I'm just not giving you any energy, which is what she has been doing. Because I feel like there is this pressure for her to not say anything. Because again, she said, when I curse y'all out, it becomes an issue. Not just for the cast, but for Andy and the viewers. Because we're not going to pretend.
But then when I don't pay y'all no attention, now I'm being defensive.
Yeah, because like we're not going to pretend that like Mia last year didn't start stuff with her and Candace responded and there was a petition to get her fired and then Andy's at the reunion.
She said your mama. I'm still not over to your mama. We need to fire you for your mama.
So to me, it's just kind of like I'm not going to because I feel like this is the same Wendy conversation. These are women who I feel like are strategically using this platform. And I'm not going to force them. She says her piece. She says there's colorism on the show. She says y'all, the audience, the cast, mates, and everything treat me differently when I am doing the same thing as Ashley. And to me, really, she doesn't go as nasty as Ashley because again, Ashley's the one who be sending people to mental breakdowns and researching and doing background checks on people.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say this. I don't see the big issue with researching and background checks and all that. I don't. If you tell the truth about yourself, you ain't got to be shook because somebody come bringing up some old crap. Like, it just ain't that deep. Just like when Robin was all upset about them $31.57. Baby, if you were living in your truth, her hollering about them $31.57 wouldn't have had you that vexed.
It's not necessarily that she did it. It's just that if Candace did that, there would be a different response and people would not be called.
Oh, yeah, and we all know it.
That's my main thing with that.
No, I wouldn't be talking about Candace if she spoke up. I don't have a problem with a black woman speaking up. You're supposed to be speaking up. My issue has never been with Candace speaking up. It's the kind of stuff like what she doing now. Somebody in the comments say she don't watch What Happened Live, still calling that dude Robert her friend. After this whore literally came on here, played
I don't like that.
Live to tell a story about you. That wasn't true. And strategically cut off the recording before you gave her props.
Right.
For them gas station hats, talking about them gas station hats are bomb.
And the
concept is the bomb. What's the concept of getting some hats drop shipped from China? Now you let me know what the concept is. I ain't never sold nothing drop shipped. Let me know so I can rock with you, because it ain't making no sense. That's the problem. She'll turn around after she call these hookers out and go to talking about they her friend. Like you forgot Robert, like you forgot that Robert Dixon was not sitting on that couch trying to tell, well, you know, it's different what you said, Candace. And you had to remind her that rings drove you over to Ashley's place of business to attack her. And that all of
I do think she gives people too many chances.
I think Candace is playing in our face, is what I think.
I don't think she can play in our face. I do think she gives people too many chances, because the same way she does, like, I would have never let Ashley back in my home. Like, I think she does allow people to have too many chances with her.
Someone with the tongue that quick is not naive, okay?
And Nano, wait a minute. Nano, you was mad at her for saying your mama? Really?
You
was really mad at her for saying your mama, because I wasn't.
So that's why I get, like...
Because at the end of the day, it ain't like she went on an hour and a half or a 30-minute long straight your mama session. Now, if she'd have just went there and went, your mama so bald-headed, your mama so fat, your mama so broke, your mama so dirty, your mama so slew-footed. I could have rolled out on that lady mama all day, but I never would have, because it's not the lady's fault. It's Mia's fault. It's Mia's fault. The fact that she said your mama's low budget, that was nothing. Like, it really wasn't that deep. And the fact that they was acting like it was the end of the world because she said your mama pissed me off. And I don't like Candace. I don't like Secret Squirrel like that. Now, she been showing us a little something different this year. And I appreciate what she's showing. To a certain degree. But then you right back on Watch What Happens Live tonight, this night, after we just watched the episode of this girl, this old man in the sea, playing part of your goddamn live and cutting it off right before you gave him props. She listened to that whole live. She knew what you said. She cut it off right before you said anything positive, because she was trying to show you in a bad light. That's somebody who definitely strategically, maliciously is trying to paint you up as something you're not. And you talking about that's your friend. That's one of the biggest problems I got with Candace. And my biggest problem with that is why she was so comfortable participating in colorism before is because she desperately wants to be accepted by these people rather than bending over and inviting them to suck out her behind. Now, that's what she should have did.
I respectfully disagree.
I know.
And look,
I understand my full chest, and I meant it. You sitting up there, she want them people to accept her, just like she sat up talking about, I done sat around while Giselle plotted on people. Why the hell would you sit around for that? Other than you a coward. You scared and was hoping she wasn't going to come after you, but guess what she did? Yes, as much as Ashley don't like you, this girl sat up, picked a fight with you at a dinner table about an old tweet about a bed wench last season. And this season, she up here lying on your husband, saying your husband trying to holler at Riff Raff. I guess she trying to say Chris gay like her husband. Done told whole lies on you, and you still, you know what I'm saying? But you trying so desperately to be friends with her. She don't like you.
Yes, and may I interject really quick on that same thought? And my thing is this: for her to be on Watch What Happened Live, and while I personally didn't hear her say anything because I didn't see it.
Yeah,
you heard the switch up. You heard the matter of fact. You heard how far down the rabbit hole they went with your husband.
Making up stories.
And not only did he do an interview giving her grace, you still not making it a big enough deal with Andy. So how much more so is he going to deal with it on the reunion?
I feel like, let me tell you something. That's why I feel like, and I ain't going to get too deep into it. When people try to, it comes off disingenuous when you're trying to talk black and sleeping white. I don't care. Period. Because you never gonna really say it with your full chest, because you low key scared to offend that person you sleeping with at night. See, I can say it with my full chest because the man who shares my bed is blacker than me, and I ain't got to worry about he gonna be offended because I'm talking about white supremacy and the tools of white supremacy that still operate within the black community. See, I can talk about that because my man is black. That's why I always give a little bit of a side eye when you talking black and sleeping white. I got to, because at the end of the day, your loyalty is with the person you said vows to. Your loyalty is with the person you said vows to. It's the same reason I look at people who got parents of two different colors. You ain't gonna never say it with your whole chest because you scared you might offend your white mama. See, I can talk like I talk because Emma was black, Phil was black. I can talk like that because Phil's mama and daddy, you know, Ruth and Shelton was both black, and Emma's mama and daddy, Ura and Geneva, was both black, and Geneva's mama and daddy, Matthew and Willie Beth, was black, and Geneva's, you know, Ura's mama and daddy, Lemmy and Papa Fair, they was black, you know, and Ruth's mama and daddy, Jess and Catherine, was black. So see, I can talk black, and I ain't got to worry about offending nobody that's close to me. You got to be careful what you say when the people close to you that break bread with you don't look like you.
I didn't think about that. And
I thought about it.
That's what's going on. For it. Now, mind you, that don't stop me from having her back when I see somebody doing something to her. But I also, part of me looking at you like, yeah, but you signed up for this ride, baby. You've been kissing these people behind the whole time.
Yeah, seriously.
And quiet as kept. Don't get me wrong, Monique ain't no better because she was kissing they behind and praying to be put in too. Oh, please let me be down, big sister almighty. How am I gonna beg to be put down with somebody beneath me? Please make it make sense. How do I get down with you? Do I dig a ditch to come to your level? Because what on earth would make you greater than me? Your little dingy color. When I'm over here radiating like the sun. See, I don't have any sort of an inferiority complex. I don't. Like I promise you, my ego is massive. My head is capacious. Because I know what I am. And I feel like with Candace ain't gonna never be able to call it what it is and stand on her square because she got that clear man in her bed. And he go, well, I don't think it's that. And she gonna defer to him every single time. The same man who sat at that dinner last year defending Ashley and low-key making her look like a fool. Oh, yeah. If she get to talking that real good black talk, that man gonna mess around and leave her and try to divorce her and take part of her money because we know he ain't got none.
Oh, I hope not.
Let her mess around and get too black and see what happens. She better stay real lightweight and silly. She better not never. She better not never get strong as black scrap molasses.
I see it, and you know what, Seanitra, like you putting it in that context makes so much sense. And we might be looking at it like, you know, we might be looking at it a little bit deeper, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Like they literally said that your husband groped someone.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
That's right. But get this, watch his energy and watch her make sure her energy match his. Well, I just think she miserable because of what she going through and what you see Candace doing, getting on code with her husband because she ain't on code with us. She on code with her husband. I back her up because what they doing to her is based on something that's toxic and that's wrong to her on a cellular level as a black woman, not because I align myself with Candace. I could never. Even say that's why Candace ain't say it with her chest. You right. And right about Monique too. Yeah, neither one of them couldn't say it with their chest. You can't say it with your chest when the people close to you ain't what you know. You gotta lie.
What's Monique's excuse?
Huh?
Then what was Monique's excuse?
Desperation.
I don't think it was desperation. Monique definitely has a diverse friend group. And we're gonna leave it like that.
And she loves to say that she's caramel skin and has hazel eyes.
Yeah, that's fabulous. But she has a diverse friend group, and she got people close to her that don't look like us, and she wants to make sure she don't offend none of them people. It's a little. The energy is different when you don't have to fear offending somebody who don't look like you. See, I can say what I want to say.
I just have a different perspective, regardless of me dating whoever. I'm gonna speak my speech, and I'm very clear about how black I am. And if I'm the first black person you're dating, and if that's so, then here are the rules of what's going down. This is how I speak, regardless of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris did defend Ashley when Ashley was bringing up old tweets about the girl calling her a bed wench. Candace wasn't bothering her, hadn't said nothing to her. Ashley pulled that out of her.
Bed wench?
Yeah, she said.
Oh no.
And
That's what Ashley was on the internet talking about Prince, Candace, and her mom.
yeah,
Who
she was
was a bad wench? Who was a bad wench?
Ashley.
Oh my God.
Bed wench, concubine, something else.
And then she got me. She was like, "Yeah, you said I was his slave," and this is
Well,
old stuff. She brought it up out of, and I won't say her butt crack because she ain't got much back there, but out of her crack, out of the clear blue, and brought this up. And instead of him standing by her, baby, he aligned with that clear adjacent woman.
What he say?
And pressed
he
up.
just acted like I didn't like this because sometimes he'll do this where if once someone finally pisses Candace off and she's reacting, he's acting like she's reacting too much. So that's what that was.
You're reacting too much. You're doing too much. You need to be quiet. Oh, you know it's too much. What he did was act like Candace was the problem. She don't have a right to defend herself when attacked. And that's the other thing. I'm like, how y'all play these games that'll never make no sense to me? You can't be in my bed regulating me. Like, what the hell?
Child, this is too much.
Sure.
I'm glad we talked about
Yeah,
this.
but I want to talk about
Couldn't be me. Monique flat out denied colorism on the show at the season 5 reunion. I was done with her then. But that's what I'm saying. Just like Karen sat up there, denied it, pretend like it didn't exist. Just like Candace was cool and it wasn't no problem until it got directed at her. Same goes for Wendy Osefo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking at any of these women like they are model citizens, and that's why I'm defending their position. I'm defending their position just on the strength of the fact that these are Black women and what's being done to them is wrong. But every one of them got dirty hands. And y'all know I don't mind crossing the road. Andrew Mack say trying to fit in and stay in that country club. You better say it. That's exactly what Monique was doing. I was trying to keep it clean, but yes. Let the Redeemer say so. Now a clear man in my bed know what's up. He gonna let me be me, chest out. Child, that's the whole point. Ain't no let me be me. You can't let me be nothing. I'm gonna be what I am organically, divinely, from the primal. Like, you can't let, that's like saying you're gonna let a hurricane happen. You can't stop it. My Black is metaphysical and divine, baby. You can't stop a force of nature. It is what it is. Either you can stand the rain or you can't. That's why I would never play cross the fence like that. I don't have time. I love my Blackness so much. I want my man to reflect me. I want my children to reflect me. I love that I'm a reflection of my Black mama and daddy and my Black grandparents and my Black great-grandparents. I love it. I don't like looking at stuff that don't reflect me. That's how much I'm in love with me. Now, if somebody else is not that conceited, that's cool. But I'm real conceited. I like everything around me to reflect me. My daughter's in the chat. She'll tell you for years I wouldn't even get a dog unless it was pitch black. I like everything to reflect me. Edwin say, look, I don't ever condone the statements that Candace told to Ashley, but that issue was hella funny. Candace was a mystery now.
Candace said that to her?
Well, let's clarify what happened.
Candace said some stuff. Like, to me, it wasn't that deep. But Candace threw some stuff out there, and she threw it out there. Ashley threw her own insults too. It wasn't like Candace just woke up one day and chose violence. They were both insulting each other. But Ashley, in pure clear woman fashion, she conveniently only remembers what Candace said back to her and brings it up way later, years later, when it's not even relevant.
Oh Lord, a bad wench though.
Child, and a slave and everything else. They did it all.
Wait, they was clarify that.
They was going back and forth. Okay, ST said, I believe Candace will stand up to racism with or without Chris support. Candace told Ashley she was a slave overseer. Yeah, and then she quickly backpedaled and went to kissing that heifer's behind. I don't think she got it in her. Just like she was too much of a coward to stand up to Rings until Rings came directly at her. Lel said he sure did. He used to get in her face and all like she was some kind of dog. It was so corny. Baby, could you imagine a clear man climbing in my face like that? Listen, I'd have had Eva go live and ask y'all to put $10 on my books. I swear to God. Ain't no way in the hell. Eva say she had that white man policing her. Thank you, ma'am. And I could never. Ain't nothing on me available for that. Not even the bottom of my foot ain't available for that. Bella say Monique and Candace fell for the green-eyed bandits and they mean girls act. They could have been the stars of the show, but they turned on each other. Yeah, they turned on each other. So busy trying to fit in with them hookers. Low class, dirty, poverty stricken hookers. Mona Me say, but sis, if he let you be, his in-laws won't. Ugh. Ugh. Child, don't start me. I'll be done started cringing.
Well, Kai, I feel like she got some opinions, and I want to. Gotta say,
look at him. Let me tell you something. Y'all don't ever want me to get my lips loose and just say it like
I had opinions. I was just, being said.
I'm just saying.
Said, no, ma'am.
I could never.
Not ever.
I could never ever. No, I need everything to reflect me. My first love in the world was my black daddy. He was black as 3. He was black as 3 in the morning, and I love everything about him. Period. You can't roll up on me looking like,
oh my God.
Looking like you're looking, thinking it's gonna be all right. It ain't. Say when Candace is a big I didn't understand. Listen, both of them were slinging those type of insults at each other, which is why I didn't understand how Ashley became the victim.
Who said that? I can't believe.
Now, do you remember which one of them said?
I've been trying to say it, but be respectful. I've been trying to say what happened.
Oh my God!
Oh, I'm sorry, I was running my mouth, baby.
I love it, but I've been trying. I
wasn't really trying to get into the details of it, but they keep wanting to know who said what first.
That's deep. That's deep.
Well, let's remember also Ashley likes to twist things. Ashley was pregnant in labor, and Chris was whatever on Twitter, and Ashley went and tagged Chris and told Candace. She said something like, told Chris and Candace, "Let me know when you cut the umbilical cord from Mama Dot." Candace said, "Please leave my husband alone. You don't want this." And then she said, "And you and your overseer." It was in response because Ashley was talking about how, the financial ties between Candace, Chris, and Mama Dot. Meanwhile, again, Ashley's the same one who got kicked out of that penthouse, was sent to a studio and got her Porch taken, and then opened up a restaurant. He closed a restaurant on her. So in response, she said, he's your overseer in the actual fact of he literally oversees your finances. And then they kept going back and forth, and Ashley said, "No, your dry hair and da-da-da." And Candace was like, I'm sorry, you're talking about my natural hair and all that kind of stuff. And Ashley got caught up in it and then wanted to say, "Well, Candace, you and your color complexion and da-da-da." But Candace was like, "Where's your ink?" Yeah.
They did a lot.
Like, "Where's your income, Roach?"
They did a lot.
It was a lot, but also this is things that Candace said to Ashley's face. She literally said, "You are waiting on pins and needles for that man to die to collect your check." Like, she said these things before to Ashley, so it was strange that Ashley came over. Like, it was surprising when these are things she has said in your face, and she did apologize for them. I think season 4, whatever. And then she keeps bringing it up every time she wants to start a fight. So then last season she brought it up
out of nowhere. Like she did last season. They were sitting at the table like none of that wasn't going on. Nobody alluded to it. Ashley pulled that out of the crevasse of her behind.
But then she also said the slave driver comment, which is, again, that's not what Candace said. Candace was responding.
She said, right.
She was responding to you talking about when me and my husband cut the umbilical cord. And she said, "Your husband's your overseer. So what are you talking about? Because you're talking about my mom being in my finances." Okay. And your husband's in charge of yours. So what is it? And then she added the slave driver comment.
Mm-hmm. So Ashley added the slave driver comment?
Yes. And so Candace was over it. No, so Candace was over it. So she's like, am I a slave? He's a slave driver. And Candace was over it. So she's like, "Oh my God, yeah, he drives his slaves." Because she was over it, because this is something they've already talked about and she's already apologized for.
Mm-hmm. I remember the dry hair comment, but I didn't know they had.
Ashley called her hamster face, dry hair.
So you didn't remember about, he drives his slaves?
No, I mean, that's why I'm over here clutching my pearls.
No, baby, Ashley said that, and so Candace was like, "Okay, yes."
Don't make me lie. I was tickled. Now I indulged in the tee-hees and the ha-has. I indulged. But I was really blown away. Like, y'all really taking it there, huh?
Yes. What the hell?
That's
how
y'all feel. But we love to talk about that situation. I don't even want to get into it though.
I don't know. I just don't know why Ashley keep digging in the basket and bringing that back out. Like, just let it go. But the fact that Candace periodically goes back and tries to get that dingy barfly to be her friend, it makes no sense.
People really forcing it. Like, it's a needs to people be forcing and be telling her to let go. So when she let go and she do foolishness, at least this time people can see that Ashley's the problem, because all the other times people act like Ashley isn't.
I'm not about to play them games. That's
Well,
why
games be played.
People literally have white supremacy lenses on. The lighter the complexion, the more right you are, even when you dead wrong. And that's
I get that it can be annoying, but literally, because she let her in the house and like Candace, and I saw people who like Candace who do like Candace, why would you let her in? But because she let her in the house, I've seen a lot of people now say, oh, Ashley's the problem. That's the reason why they can't be friends. Because finally, you see, now that has started, it's the beginning of the season, they've been cool or whatever, and she started this mess. Literally, it took her doing that, opening up her home to that woman, for people to see Ashley for who she is. A lot of people, not everyone here.
Still not gonna see it. I still see people. I love Ashley. Ashley understands the assignment. What's the assignment? Attacking and lying on somebody repeatedly who ain't doing nothing to you.
Especially with your husband and his background.
Right. In the meanwhile,
let's also talk about it. If Wendy or Candace were the ones who had a husband who was doing that mess, they would not be seeing them as the victim. Like people I can't wait for Ashley to get away from him. And if it was Wendy or Candace who are going up and trying to stand up for their man and talking about, well, I don't know why he said that. Him and my husband have that report. He calls my husband Zaddy. He liked it. And Andy has to come back and say, we asked that man and he was mortified. If Candace and Wendy were doing that mess, people would not be calling them victims in their marriage.
So not only that, Bravo would have got them up off that show. But can we talk about the fact that Candace said the same thing I said, that their divorce is fake?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. I mean, the three blind mice could see that.
Not the three blind mice.
Yeah.
See how they run?
Okay. And I feel like she's saying it too because you know, Mama Dot has her properties and all that kind of stuff. So Candace, in the investment she's been down this road before. So she made it. She said it correctly. This grabby hand man, you want his name on your property?
Mm-hmm. I'll take you one further. Mia was all talking to her mother, asking questions. And Candace somehow finds a way. Now, I understand people like it's a business, brand, like the way people see you, but I'm gonna need to see a little bit more shade.
She gets the shade, and then people tell her she's wrong. Don't talk about the kids. Don't talk about the house. Don't talk about the money.
Shade in words, shade in comfortability and being around people, not even not being around them. Just don't be overly friendly, Candace.
The keeping your distance and not kissing up.
Yes, like what is this?
That's what throws a lot of people off, is the kissing up after these people have done deplorable things to you. LEL said, I get what Kai's saying. People love to call people out for holding grudges. It might have pressured Candace to accept Humpty. LEL, I can't say that. Bellaface say Ashley hates Candace because she's the one who introduced her to the group, and now Candace has a career outside of the show and Ashley doesn't. I think the other part is too, Bella, that Ashley doesn't like that Candace ended up with a very large core group of supporters too. She ended up being kind of like a fan favorite. I think that bothers her, and the fact that people with bridge mamas might not like you if you had a mama that.
Yeah, I mean, she does come from a place of black.
I'm proud of y'all.
Even the fact that they say they came from the pageant world, Candace is even being nice to her, because the fact is they don't come from the pageant world. Ashley was in one pageant her entire life, and Candace has been in pageants she was a teenager. That is not the same.
Andrew Mack say three blind mice and Ray Charles. But I'm just saying, I feel like that's really what's going on. Say they the kissing up feeds the colorism. It does, because at that point, when they're doing stuff, you call them out in the moment, you run off at the mouth in the moment, and then you turn around and you're kissing up at your earliest convenience. It gives the impression like, okay, I just acted out. Now I'm desperate to be your friend.
Well, can we talk about the rest of the episode?
Oh, go ahead, because I ain't seen
it, baby.
We were spinning for hours from this one. Yeah, okay. Robin, this weird plan that she sets up, and then they're at that dinner that looks very lackluster for your last night there. Whatever. Ashley, starting the mess. Okay, that bodysuit should never be worn on her, regardless. And Wendy comes, and this is why I'm saying like games have to be played and all that kind of stuff. Because I was still hearing people talking about Wendy this and Wendy that. So she said, I take accountability for my part in escalating, da 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 da. And Mia still can't let this go for a situation that she has started, and she feels comfortable to do so.
She became physical. Wendy did not become physical with her. She started it. She became physical, but now she can't let it go as though she's the victim.
And I also want, and then Mia was trying earlier on, was like, oh, if I had left and da-da-da, I completely get it. I would let my kids go to come to Miami, have a fun time. And I'm not a mom, but I can understand, you know what? My kids aren't here. My husband's like, here, let me just take my time. Okay, you kick me out. I'm going to get me a nice hotel and do my things and talk to my girls when they talk to me. It's because you want her to run home like that. Like, she wanted her to run home.
Who was mad at her for just relaxing and chilling? She had the time off.
Because I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, like I done packed up and everything to come to Miami, because you acting a fool, I need to run home. Oh no, my husband got my kids. I'm gonna chill.
Nowhere. And the thing is, right? And baby girl said Mia made herself look worse. She really did.
Because it made no sense that she sat there with that stank face, not trying to. Again, people want to talk about immaturity and all that kind of stuff. It's immature for you to sit there. You have this woman out of state. She's in some other place. People always asking you, can she come here? They're moving around their plans to accommodate you and to respect your boundaries because this is, quote unquote, your trip. And she finally comes, she takes her accountability, and because I don't hear an apology, because you want her to be clamoring over you like Karen about some ish that is your fault.
You did wrong, but because what it is like, if I can make you apologize, I can pretend I did nothing wrong.
Yes, and that's how we know everything that she's doing in real time is fake.
But you know what else though? The reality, right? What she's doing in real time is fake, but I think it says a lot to the mentality in her mind. Attacking you is not wrong. I can attack you. I can do things to you. I can throw things at you. I can try to physically assault you. I can do all of it, and that's not wrong. And the world shouldn't see it as wrong because you're just a black girl. And that's really how it came off to me. Okay. Mind you have for one, because your mama black, we seen her. We seen her. It don't matter how many cheese graters you rub across your face, Mia. Your mama still black. Your mama still black. And I'm sorry, she should have kept that little bit of color mama gave her, because while she may not have been a bathing beauty, she sure looked a lot better than she do now.
The skin really glows well with melanin.
Huh?
I said the skin really glows well with melanin.
Yeah, because it's healthy. It's not healthy to take bleach and cheese graters and Brillo pads to your face. That's not healthy. Nope. Jenna say Mia was being so crazy, couldn't even say she was wrong. If I was Wendy, I wouldn't be able to say sorry to Mia. Ain't no way I'd have said sorry when I ain't did nothing to you. Nope. She started it and is not acting like she did nothing. Right, Jenna? Not only that, she started it and acting like she's a victim. You started it and physically attacked somebody and you magically became a victim. Mona Marie say, Lord, I couldn't stand to look at Mia's face with that red
lipstick
like a Jason mask. I'm going to have not a Jason mask. I'm through.
No, she's right. Or they're right, because the red lipstick, especially the glossy one, don't work for whatever she got set up on that face.
Ooh. Crip said cradles are pretty bad. I see why that comment got her foaming at the mouth like Jekyll and Hyde. Y'all is tough, boy. I'm so glad I moisturized. Y'all go after a crater, boy. I'm glad I moisturized.
We not tough enough.
I make sure I moisturize. Y'all ain't gonna get me. Fifi ASP say it says a lot when production goes to Wendy's hotel to film. Then she's still in every episode. Seemed like the icing out didn't work. It didn't, because they couldn't get everybody on board.
And this was previously filmed, but my thing is, when I move, you move, or when you move, I move. You acting in denial, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But again, as I said, that's gamesmanship. I feel like she felt like, because it felt, I can see someone sitting there like, these girls are really just going along with this. Okay, well, let me take accountability, because God, Lord, I don't want to hear anything later on. Because I feel like that snatches that issue for some people that I have seen out of the jaws of their mouths. Okay, girl, you want to say I said something? Okay, I take accountability for my part. Balls in your court.
But where is the reciprocation in that?
Essence. That's the point is, when the audience sees this and when we get to the reunion, the traps have been laid.
Child, the audience saw.
I know it's irritating.
I get what you're saying, but I'm not going to ever give her that grace.
It's not grace.
I'm just saying, even Wendy's clever entrapment, in my opinion, they're making you look like a fool.
But they
Professionally,
didn't make, but did they make her look like a fool? That was a choice she made.
I
Ain't
know,
nobody
I know,
told
I
her to do that.
know, and I also did say, I did say 2 weeks ago that I would have this natural reaction, but I
You
just feel,
did say that.
and I don't feel like Wendy did anything wrong. Let me just say that I don't feel like Wendy did anything wrong. I think it's beautiful that this is the way that she's carrying herself, but I just feel like when you see who people really are, eventually you're gonna have to love yourself a little bit more. And and then for Karen to add fuel to that fire, I couldn't do it. It's too much. It's too
Yeah, I was
much.
about to say Karen bothered me way more than Wendy in that moment. Way
It's too
more.
much.
Because I saw with Wendy was being strategic. It wouldn't have been the move that maybe I would have made, but I could never have been in that position in the first place. I'd have never been kissing their behind to be put in that position. Okay. And let's be very clear. They don't put girls like me on TV, no way. However, if that was her strategy, that's her strategy. I feel like
Yeah.
with Karen, it wasn't a strategy. That was just, indicative of her mindset. That the
She's
way they
being
treated
funny.
that black woman was perfectly okay, and she didn't have a problem with it. And she was letting us know she didn't have a problem with it. I was way more bothered by Karen than Wendy. Way more.
Yeah, I agree. Same. And this is what I'm saying. Like Wendy needs to Wendy needs to realize that her allies are winding down. And someone said on another channel, like she's gonna unravel off the screen, and I really believe that. I
Wendy's
really
gonna
believe that.
rival off the street. What is
You
all of
think
this?
Wendy's
The,
gonna unravel?
I think so. I
Child, I
really
doubt
do.
that. I
Because
seriously
I
doubt
get
that.
confused when we have these large conversations about like not loving
Yeah,
yourself and all
I
kinds of stuff.
seriously doubt
I
that. I
do. It's
feel like
irritating.
people pull that stuff out of smooth out of the ether. There's no way that this intelligent, strong-minded, level-headed person is going to unwind based on 2 or 3 people with room temperature IQ. They don't have enough nothing to make their sister unravel.
Maybe
Seriously,
not
not.
emotionally, but I think as far
Not
as
in,
like,
as far as what? They can't touch her
But
job, they can't touch her marriage, they can't touch her family. Like literally, that's why they're pissed.
yeah,
Everything in that woman's life is solid as a rock, and it's nothing they can do but sit around and hate. What else can they do? They
I
can't stop
agree.
no bags. They can't stop her husband. They can't stop nothing. These people literally picked up a lie from a defunct blog that's already been proved to be liars, and she had proof in her own text message thread where Robert Dixon was asking, "Can Eddie, because he's a lawyer, can Eddie help us sue them because they lying on me?" Like that's the kind of stuff they had to go to bring up an old rumor about a clear woman that was supposedly pregnant for Eddie for over 2 years. I ain't never seen nobody pregnant for 2 years. And
Well,
Sasha T got a point. Robert was waiting on an opportunity to attack Candace. She thought if she supported her with the beef with Rings, that she would agree with her mistreatment.
yeah,
Bingo. That's what it was. And the minute she didn't, it was a problem.
I hope Wendy blends into the background. Then let me say that. I hope
I
she
don't
blends
think
into
she
the
lost her
background.
backbone. I think she is who she is. I think the mistakes that she made that rubbed people wrong in the first go round, I think those mistakes were made because maybe she didn't know how people saw her. And
Who,
I think
Wendy?
Wendy, and
Mm-hmm.
I think Wendy is intelligent enough to read the crowd and see how people really received her. Because sometimes what you put out might not be what people receive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she was intelligent enough to say, okay, that's not what I intended to put out, but this is how people took me. I put off this type of energy, so I thought they received it this way. And I think she tried to correct. And so now you got people, oh, we ain't seen the real her. No, you're seeing a human person that's trying not to offend y'all because she
Right.
came out one
and
way, you
oh,
were offended, and she corrected.
oh,
When
okay,
she
Seanitra, let me add
corrected,
because I think about to read this comment
mhm,
because I literally was literally listening to someone say this before, and they even called Wendy a Candace 2.0. So why do we need her? And I'm just like, it was a white person, and that's why I'm like, I can get essence in your situation, but it's just kind of like because Candace has said before, I'm not letting these girls mess with my check. Candace has used this position to do her music, to do her acting. Like, still, like, I feel like these people are like, I'm not going to let you run me over when this is what I wanted to do, and I'm using this to do other things.
yeah.
And so,
If she's there to use it for a tool, she should not have to give her tool away because a clear adjacent woman is showing
yes.
up time.
And I feel like, because, I was listening earlier, and that's why I'm like, yes, I want Winnie and the Candace to do the rat-tat-tat and all that kind of stuff, but I can get how it can get tiring that when you do that, you have the cast, the producers, and the audience acting like they don't see what's happening. So then you try to play a more strategic game and you still can't satisfy anyone. Because the whole point is, I literally listened to a podcast today. Oh my gosh, she was talking about her degrees and this is not the real her. I'm like, y'all love Mia, and Mia's the one who came on here, I'm a boss bee, no broke bees. But then the season talk on Instagram talking about how she broke and everything like that, bring us to a trip that doesn't have enough rooms nor beds and no activities. And like snaggletooth all around and with a fake cancer story. That's entertainment for them. But the Black girls who are trying to do things with this platform, that's off of this platform, there's an issue with them. And when he's like Candace 2.0, the PhD professor with the husband who has the MBA and the law degree, who's on like 5 different commentating shows, including overseas. The woman who wrote a book, who is doing her candles because that's what she decided to do. Oh my God, get over the candles. Wrote a book, do her candles, still doing school and trying to figure out what else she wants to do. You don't know who she is, and it's a Candace 2.0. Where I'm sorry, those 2 women, other than Karen, are more than one of the most accomplished women on the show.
Well, I mean, I think the issue is, I've said it before and I'm gonna reiterate it. When it comes to Black women, they need you to fit in a box. And God forbid you are not, just monolithic. Then, we don't know who you are. No, she's showing you she's all of those things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to me, I just feel like at a certain point, at this point, we state the obvious. Like, we know what it is. And anybody who's pretending they don't know what it is, they're really pretending. They know what it is too. You say Wendy never rubbed you the wrong way. Wendy rubbed me the wrong way her first season. I ain't like how she came across. When she came back the next season, I still saw the same confidence in her. I just felt like she corrected. And I think she corrected because she saw how people receive what she put off. That's what I think. And I realized, like, once I saw her the second go round, it was like, oh, okay. So that was her trying to show her confidence. Like, I got my degrees, blah, blah, blah. And maybe she kept saying it because she didn't know what else to say. So she just kept repeating that over and over.
Yeah.
And I have to take into account that was her first time in a reality TV setting. And it's possible that, she had to kind of get her legs up under her. Because we see now that she got her legs up under her, her wit is on point. She's real quick on her feet. She can pivot on a dime. It's right. Maybe she was just uncomfortable. Maybe she was nervous because it was her first time.
And she just had a baby.
I'm not with all that. She just had a baby stuff. Like, I've had 3 of them.
Okay, I get you.
It just,
I've never had one, so I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a baby girl and I had a burrito. Like,
oh my God, not a burrito.
Like, for real. It just,
I'm over Potomac. I'm over it. It's like a bad race relation experiment.
It is, but you know what though? Like I said before, I think some of this stuff had to happen to pull Bravo's slip down, to show everybody they slip, because they definitely are. That network is racist as hell, and I don't mind saying it. And I think we see it with the Black shows, but with Potomac, we have an opportunity to really see them play in our faces, to really see them support something that's extremely problematic and toxic to our community, and see how much not only do they allow it to happen, they support it, they encourage it. Because we can all see what went on with Atlanta. Like, ain't nobody dumb. Nobody's stupid. Just like with this situation, the people who don't get it are the people who saying they don't get it are people who are pretending not to get it. You get it. You get it. We watched Atlanta like devolve into sex, smut, yes, dungeon, vibrating panties, play with your coochie. And that's not what that show was. Because if it was, I'd have never watched it.
Okay, ruffle them feathers, because you are not lying. No, you are.
And they did that to those to the Black women on that show because they were sick of seeing, y'all acting dignified. We sick of y'all trying to act classy. They wanted to bring you down because it was a cast of not only Black women, but women who look Black.
And had themselves together.
And it bothered the hell out of them. The most BS person on that show was Sheree Whitfield. And here she is, still the same one.
Oh, God, yeah.
She was. Sheree was full of bull from the beginning, and she's full of bull now.
But it was entertaining, and it wasn't too messy.
It wasn't too messy, and the thing is, she was the BS girl, but she was still kind of like, the little raggedy wannabe fabulous BS girl. Like nobody was Nobody was just outright low class and gutter and dingy. Nobody.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They wanted to bring those girls to a certain level. They got pissy because Nene didn't want to do it. And when she didn't want to go along with it, they just decided we're gonna make you the villain, whether you want to or not. We'll play with the editing. And when that's when she started just walking off of scenes because she knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I think
that's what they were doing, and they've been getting away with it. Look at the cast trips they sent Atlanta on versus Beverly Hills versus New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been looking at Bravo with their bull crap. Potomac is really, pulling their slip now. That's all I'm saying.
Not on purpose, though.
No, it wasn't on purpose, but you know what? When God get ready to expose you, it ain't never when you ready.
Yeah, because they were not expecting this.
No, they wasn't. They were not expecting the fallout. Mona Me say Nene fought tooth and nail for RHOA to not become declassé and debaucherous. Thank you. And that's exactly what they wanted, and they got it. You had Portia up there twerking at every opportunity. You even had Skin Your Paws up there trying to do a little stiff twerk every now and then. You had Cynthia dry coochie cream Bailey running around pretending like her titty popped at it. Just all kind of garbage, and we're gonna run around topless, just low class filth. And that has, if not only has that not been what that show was, if we gonna be completely honest, Black women ain't never really been that. We've always, been accused of being uptight because we've never quite been those girls.
Mm-hmm. That was why, and you know what? Now that you said that, like Beverly Hills, around the same time as A Hot Mess, they had a person with the drinking problem. They had a person with the drinking problem, somebody that was sleeping all over town. Now they have an alleged, criminal on the cast. And you're right, it's a hot mess in Clear People Town. And I don't know, man. I just know one thing I know, two things I know for certain is this is lowering my IQ. And I can't. Like, it's lowering my IQ. Like, I can't.
I understand you. And I don't worry, I will take the hit for everybody because I'm gonna watch them and I'm never taking my eye off them.
And I'm gonna be right here.
Right. Even she said geriatric girls going wild. That's exactly what it was. And it was terrible. I don't know why they would do something like that.
I don't know why.
I wish I would unwrap my pastries in front of a camera.
It's funny how we watched it on how they implemented it as well. And just so when do you think it went downhill? Like, cause for Potomac, for Potomac, I found out about Potomac and I binge watched it. And immediately I was like, I do not like Giselle. I was like, what is going on with her?
Girl, the people love her.
Let me just Shamika, you're right. New York was always drunk, naked whores. And that was the thing. They always looked at us sisters like, y'all uptight. We're fun. For them, they can be whorish and drunk and they're being fun. When a Black woman behaves that way, it's a whole different thing because that's not who we are.
No.
Okay? And those people desperately wanted to make us come down off our high horse. And that's what they did with Atlanta. They brought them all the way to the gutter. And they had people willing to do it. That's right, especially Southern women. You just didn't see Black girls do stuff like that. Not ladies of a certain class. You didn't see that. And they wanted, because with those Clear women, even when they rich, they'll get naked and drunk and act nasty and whorish.
Yeah.
And it was almost unheard of to see sisters with bread and decent lives and stable and married acting like that. That's off brand for us. Sisters ain't never been that. And they wanted to show us in that light so bad. And that it was desperation. They were always trying to find a way to make us look dirty. And they found people that were willing to make us dirty. In walks Candy Cruz with a dungeon and a vibrator. And the thing is, and I feel like she's on assignment. All that stuff she does, it doesn't even fit who she comes off like somebody's old auntie. Like, you don't even seem like that type of person, but you peddling this stuff and you pushing it so hard. I feel like them people told you to do it and you doing it. Yep. It don't even really look like her.
For a raise.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, just to stay in their pocket, keep getting them infomercials she calling spinoffs. ST say it's true. They always trying to find a way to demean black people. Portia with the bolo. Oh yeah, they was gonna carry that to the grave. She ain't had to do nothing with that man, and I don't believe it. But oh, bolo, bolo, you had skin you up there, bolo. Just shut up, shut up. But that those are the people that they wanted in the forefront so bad, and they wonder why their ratings jumped in the toilet.
Yeah.
Jenna say she ain't never liked rings either. Even say Giselle pushed the low class behavior. They were upset with Karen pushing etiquette in class. Yeah, it was irritating them that Karen was like, "I'm not going to the gutter with you." Max say, "Live in New York, and I never been interested in watching New York." I feel you. Snow White say, "Bravo rubbed me the wrong way when I noticed that the trips on RHOA went on compared to the Beverly Hills trips. That's when I was just like, oh wow, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was always there, but people would play dumb like they didn't see it, and then in walks Potomac.
And Potomac wasn't no better, really.
They really weren't, but it's like it's funny how one thing will expose another.
Yeah.
Their
I get what
colorism
you're saying.
issue is slowly exposing the racism issue that they've been pretending ain't there. That they so mad at Nene for talking about. And it's like, okay, the chickens roost home. Here they are. Right. Even say RHOA slowly fill the class with whorish women.
It's disgusting, and I honestly believe that Candy really was the shift. You know, she was there from season 2, and then once Phaedra got fired, you know, everything just started shifting. But she's the one who really like changed the demeanor of the show.
Who?
Candy.
Oh yeah.
In a weird way. Like seriously, like she just kind of like was head honcho, and she really wasn't like a good role model for the cast.
From the time Candy got on the show, she brought bad energy, and it was the beginning of the end, and none of us really knew it. Lel say, I feel like Sharice be trying to act like them Clear Housewives with boob job talking, slow talking demeanor. She probably is trying to give us an impression of what she thinks a rich Clear lady acts like. I hate those impressions. Hey Toya, thank you, boo. That Mama Peanut right there. That my peanut. Roxanne M say it's a bad image for all the everyday housewives.
And then what? I don't even at this point. How many housewives are there actually on Housewives?
Well, Potomac had a lot of wives on there.
Yeah,
the only people who wasn't wives was Robert and Rings.
Yep.
And now Ashley trying desperately to pretend like she joining them, and you can tell that Rings is desperate for her to join them.
Yeah, just can we talk about how bloodthirsty Giselle is for divorce?
Oh, she want to hear about a divorce so bad.
Oh my God, it's weird. It's weird.
Mona Me say, remember when they used to show church scenes and family dinner? Yes, the men being active in the kids' lives. Now is baby daddy drama, divorce, and girls going wild. That's what they wanted. They wanted to trash it up.
I hope Dubai can come through as the third Brown franchise and give us something.
I hope y'all tell me what happened on that show. I can't.
I will, because I like Dubai, because like I said, I'm here for like the fashion, the opulence. At least they have that now. Some of the cast members I do think need to get the boot, but I think that show has potential.
I believe y'all. Yeah, I want y'all to come back and tell me what happened.
I like it. I think Dubai is really the third Brown franchise, and I think they're gonna show the girls how to do it in a balanced way.
I think the biggest issue for me is that, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I think about 75% of my brain is over the housewives at all together. I've watched them too much. I've watched the evolution of bullcrap too much. It's very difficult for me to sit there and pretend like you giving me new content when I see you recycling the same old crap I saw when it first started. And so that's the issue. Like, I'm over it. Yeah, baby girl says she like Dubai too. That's why I say I trust y'all to let me know. Just like y'all let me know about Beverly Hills, child. Kai, I don't
Oh,
think you said that night. Kai and Geneva broke it down and it's educated me.
Seanitra, Beverly Hills is literally like a crime TV show.
Yeah, that's not my speed, baby. But
Yeah, the amount of law breaking on that show is ridiculous.
that's why I say, like, if y'all want to talk about Dubai, I don't even know when it come on, but if it ever come on and y'all want to talk about it, I will let y'all jump right up in here and talk about it. I just Auntie don't know nothing about that. Bravo has pissed me off to the highest level of pissivity. I don't think I have any space in my psyche
Me neither. Me
for
neither.
another extra inch of Bravo. The amount of Bravo that I can consume now is at its limit. I can't take no more Bravo.
I don't think I could finish the season of Potomac. I'll come through and listen to you, but I can't
Mm-hmm.
take it no more.
Hey Tia. Oh, what a pretty lady. Hey girl.
Hi.
How you doing?
You muted. Okay.
You mute, sis.
Oh, she's
Oh,
not muted. We can't hear her though.
I couldn't hear. Like I heard her one
Yeah.
time. Say something else, Tia. Say hello. I could hear her and then I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm gonna put you. Okay, go out and I'm gonna bring you right back in. Or hit the link again, baby, one more time. Because maybe it's just you got to hook the mic up or something. I don't know what happened. We can't hear you. Go out and come right back in. Go all the way out and come back in. Because I want to hear you. I can't hear you.
I
I
like
want,
Dubai. Dubai has the fashions. Okay, they
huh?
give me Dubai. Dubai is the most um opulent show. I would say they have the most visuals, the most what Housewives originally was. That's what Dubai looks like. So I'll watch
But that's
Dubai.
my problem. I don't want to see what Housewives originally was. Because they're trying to show me what you think that these other women did. And I'm not here for it. I
They're
don't want to
different
see it.
though. They don't
Because
give
the
me.
clips
They
I
don't
saw,
give
that's
me.
what I saw.
Hmm.
The clips that I saw, that's what I saw. It was a lot of overacting. I saw Phaedra impersonations. I saw Nene
You
impersonations.
saw
I
Phaedra
saw,
impersonations?
yes, I did. I saw a lot of recycled bull crap, and it made me so upset.
I
That
didn't.
Chanel Ion person, that was the first one to turn me off. She
Mm.
was the person that made me say I will never watch that show.
But let me tell you, Seanitra, she actually see, and that's the thing. While her personality is a little bit off, she actually brought a valid backstory. Like she's Somalian, and
I
she
know.
talked about. I like this. She talked about some real stuff about her culture, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
And I believe you, and I bet that's great. And it sounds like a book report or something, but I just know
Oh,
it's a
would you
no
go
for
watch
me.
Robin and Rings at 5/7 Central Time? I can't.
I'm literally watching to call them whores on the carpet. Do you really want me to watch your show and call them hookers on the carpet too? Because I'm gonna tell you that's all I'm watching Bravo for is to call whores
Yeah,
on the carpet. That's all
yeah.
I'm watching them for. You really want me to go after the girls you like? Because you know I will.
I feel like Dubai has substance.
I believe you, and I'm telling you, you come here and tell us about it, and
Okay, I
I will
will.
open the door and I'll go and share a peas with you. I'm not. All I'm saying, baby girl, is Auntie ain't watching it.
Auntie
Now, if
not
you want
watching
to
it.
watch it and come up here, you, Kai, and Geneva, and tell the people what y'all saw and what y'all thought, I will open the door and go share peas or make me some fresh soap or
You
something.
know what?
Mm.
I'm not watching it.
I'm gonna do a style analysis on my channel. I'm gonna do style
Okay.
analysis because they be bringing it.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. Now that I can dig. Where is
Oh
what's her
no.
name? Tia. Tia, hit the link again. Maybe she's trying to get her stuff to work or something. Tia, come back.
Yeah.
You can hear me. I
So
keep putting the link in the chat so Tia can grab it or anybody else who wants to. But yeah, I'm over Bravo. I'm over it. I don't like the recycle. Like I saw the clips and I was immediately annoyed, like violently, nauseously annoyed.
Mm.
the dynamics of the show, like the dynamics of the black women. Let me just say that. Not saying okay.
Oh,
Let me
Tia's
stop right
just
there.
Tia, did you hook up your microphone? Or do you have headphones in?
Or you like give your phone permission to use your microphone? Because sometimes that's an issue.
I'm trying to unmute you. Okay, say something. It's got to be the mic. Did you give permission? Did you give permission for the mic? Tia got to give the microphone permission because the camera's working, but I don't think she gave permission for the mic. I want to hear what she got to say. She's so lovely.
Me too.
Y'all, here you go. And y'all already know I'm in the Pretty Black Girls fan club. I'm such a fan.
And she has such a nice background.
You gotta do. Talk to me in the private chat, sis. I'm gonna type it in there. Maybe she can see it. Let me tell her she's got to give the microphone permissions.
Well, can I speak to the chat because they talking about Dubai?
Yeah.
Oh God, what are they saying about Dubai?
They like it, yeah. Because you know what?
I like Dubai too. I don't. Sarah rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, that's why she got told about herself.
What?
That's why she got told about herself by Brooks. Brooks ate her.
Yeah, but also Brooks rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like it's only been one season. They're already in that like group versus group stuff.
Toya, I agree. The Housewives of Lagos didn't do it for me either. That annoyed the crap out of me.
I didn't see that one. That
annoyed me so
about
bad.
The international.
And let me tell you something, Toya. That well, Dubai is international. That ain't America. But with that, I'm gonna tell you what irritated me. It was so many real girls from Lagos that y'all could have put on that show, and I felt like it was so crap.
Where is Lagos? Where is that?
Nigeria.
Oh, it's in Nigeria. Okay. Oh, yeah. I would love to see that.
I was so annoyed. There go Peanut. Hey, Geneva.
Hey, okay, I just can't talk about Dubai a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so now we got the Three Musketeers. I'm a fan of something to do. Y'all tell them about Dubai and what's going on with Dubai. Hating the case.
Don't you go shovel your peas.
Okay, so
I
agree with Kai. Brooks rubs me the wrong way. I don't see it for Brooks.
That's trying to kiss behind and go after underneath someone.
Yeah. She is next level kissing clear people behind. It's a no for me. I love Chanel. She looks funny. I don't like how she tried to come at Phaedra at BravoCon, but Phaedra, mopped and swept her in, so it's okay.
I did see that. Phaedra cleared her like a chick.
Did she clear her though? Did she clear her though?
I don't think it was a clear. I thought it was cute though.
No, she cleared.
It was a response.
The hell out of her. She cleared her so bad she had to lean over there for Kenya to give her a translation about that quinceañera dress.
Yeah, because she literally does not know. That's why.
I understand.
Yeah, it was funny.
I understand, but that's why you shouldn't go head to head with a wordsmith unless you fluent in both languages. Don't do it.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But I love Chanel though. She's funny. It was her making that white woman sick that just gave me everything. Oh
yes,
I see that to my wedding, girl. She's like, you knew I was coming to the wedding. I was gonna look better than you anyway.
Yeah, no, that was outrageous. Like, and she was like, "How would people mistake me for you? I'm a beautiful black woman."
Okay, I'm a black woman. They could never. And then her friends are feeding into it like, "Oh my God, did you?"
I know Juliet. Ugh.
Hey, girl, you said everybody wear white, so I wore couture.
Yeah, you knew what she was gonna wear. If you ever saw her anywhere, you knew what she was coming as. Why did you come dressed like a cowgirl to your wedding?
Oh,
nobody.
She did. Geneva's right. Got a dress from Shein. I don't care. It's $12,000. It's like something I can get off of Shein, and she got some Windsor cowboy white boots. That's exactly what happened.
Y'all the gals is rough. Did you say Shein and a cowgirl in the same sentence?
It looked like she got the boots out of Buckle. That's what she looked. She got her dress from Buckle at the mall.
It's just. Yeah, and she really had a whole fit. And I'm like, what really bothered me, first of all, it wasn't even like a train, it was a cape. And also, there were other women there who had dresses who had actual trains on them.
You know what? The microaggression was so bad because she called her wig a veil. Like she was like, oh, how could she come in with the veil? Because she wore a platinum blonde wig that day. And also, did you when they went to that dinner with her friends, it was her and Lisa, and it was Stanberry and her friends, and they were like, "Oh, I'm surprised you have shoes on."
They said that to Chanel.
I
Yes.
missed this part.
Oh yeah, I missed that part too.
Yes.
I remember
But
the friend talking about, oh, telling Lisa, oh, you're spicy, but Caroline's spicy, extra spicy. And so
Okay.
Lisa's like, yeah, I'm always spicy. I'm not changing it for nobody.
It was that same conversation when they saw Chanel in her couture gown again. They were like, "Oh, I'm surprised you have on shoes today." To an
oh,
I
African woman,
missed
not
that.
that bold.
I
Yeah,
really
not
missed
that
that one.
to
bold.
an
I missed that.
African woman though.
Yeah, they were disgusting, and it was
Oh,
the on in the comments they gave more information because I didn't know who that was. I'm like, who's that white woman? I don't know who that
Really,
is. But they were saying that I guess she whatever show she was on
yes.
before, they thought that she was gonna be the star of
mhm.
the show. But you have no personality. You can't dress. You didn't even get no interesting surgeries or nothing. Like, what do you? Your hair is dry. You don't look like you drink
Oh,
your water. Like, what
And she's
is it?
trying to dress a little too young to keep up with that man.
Very, very young. What Chanel said about that boy?
So you
I know
saying
she
the
said
lady's not hydrated properly?
she's not.
No, no. You think Kenya dry? Nah, Kenya is bathing in Vaseline compared to her.
Ooh.
no, her face looked worse than Mia's. Just Shanitra.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, very
Oh, I
much
didn't think so.
so.
Oh,
At least Mia got a
yeah.
little melanin in there, collagen or whatever. But she is clear through
And you
and
know what
through.
also gets me is that like she like because they were on to talk about like Chanel doesn't always own all of her fashions, which I'm like she's a model that would be stupid. But Miss what's her name? What's her name? Caroline. You're the same woman who's show on the show promoting anything and everything you can get a sponsorship for, which is no shade. I would do it too. But then don't come at
Yeah.
me. I'm a model and people are giving me clothes.
Yeah, she's just so ridiculously jealous. And what irritates me with Brooks is that she jealous of Chanel too, so she feed into that crap.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah, try that whole black women are stronger and all that because that mess that Sergio pulled up at the last minute. And then you're gonna sit there and pretend like you don't know what kind of conversations y'all had about the reaction that you guys got into a fight and because you were losing, you burst out into tears, and the next day your fiance pops up on a girl's trip.
Mhm. But that's the thing about Brooks. Like, she keep it real from time to time when she got to, and I don't mind that from her. But even with her not wearing shoes one time in one episode, how dare you, upon me meeting you for the first time, say, "Oh, you're wearing shoes today"?
Yeah, no, that was disgusting.
Mm.
It was giving
Oh my
xenophobia.
god, that really boiled
It
my
was
blood.
giving xenophobic. I feel like
A
the
white lady
thing,
said that. There's no xenophobia in that, is there? Is that just straight
Yeah,
up?
xenophobia is not about race; it's about like
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
country.
nationality, yeah.
it was giving me racism. That was racist.
It can
It
be locked into
I
that as
was about
well.
to say, it can be both.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Chelsea,
can
tell
it
me
can be
about
it can
you.
it can be both. And I can see where, hey Roxanne, love you. I can see both, and I can definitely see where something like that could be viewed as xenophobic
Mm-hmm.
because you wouldn't have said that to a black woman from America. She was trying to make a point. You're from
Oh, okay.
Africa, so you must be in poverty from a backwater village with no shoes and to feed the
Hmm.
children's commercial. She was trying to feed into every negative stereotype that she's ever, that her people have ever made up about Africa. So
Hmm.
that's why I think they're leaning more towards xenophobia.
They was
And
trying
I
to make their friend feel good that she was getting ate up by the black beauty.
Yeah, and I just really can't do Sarah because Sarah wants to act like she's a rebel, but she doesn't want to tell anyone she's allowed to be a rebel because her family are like aristocrats and have money. So there are some leniencies for her and the way she can present herself as a Muslim woman versus someone who's impoverished.
Yes, I don't. I honestly only like Lisa and Chanel
I
because
like I like Brooks too.
Like I don't do Brooks. I can't do
I don't
Brooks.
like I don't like seeing a woman, especially a black woman, be so openly jealous. Like, where is your pride? I could never. I don't
I
like
go
it.
up for the esthetician place. I go up for that, but I can't do Brooks.
And I'm interested in seeing the dynamics unfold between her and her mom because you can see the pain, like the pain when you like kind of like a Mia, but more in tune with herself. When you grew up in a specific kind of pain, that is gonna be all over you as a person. And I feel like with Brooks, like we got to see at the end of the season her talk to her mom, kind of like with Marlo. That's a better example. Marlo talked to her mom like straight up and down, like, "Listen, mom, like our relationship was horrible, and it really affected me growing up, and it affects me now as an adult." And I feel like with Brooks, like her, even she's trying to send her son to a boarding school.
But that wasn't about her mom. That was about her trying to do what she thinks rich people
But
do.
why would you abandon your son like that
That's not
after all?
That was
abandonment,
her
though.
trying to do what rich people
I
do.
don't have a problem with her sending her child to a boarding school. That's personal. That's why whoever it was that was commenting on that, that's not abuse. That's her choice as a parent, and
Yeah.
that's But I do agree, mama issues run deep. People with mama issues, they cry about daddy issues. That's bullcrap. Mama issues, the people be broken for life.
That's what she giving.
I agree.
But I think her sending her son to boarding school is because she's afraid to have like a maternal connection with her son, in my opinion. Like it's like she's afraid of that vulnerability between her and her son. And I feel like, that's interesting to me. That's good TV.
Yeah. I feel like Dubai may end up having an issue with all those clear adjacent women with their comments and their microaggressions.
Oh,
They might
especially on the
end up,
Twitter. Oh,
yeah,
Sarah
I
on the
feel
Twitter.
like,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, they'll end up getting canceled because of they cast, even though it's a good show.
Now they could just get rid of them. Don't kick off the three. Don't kick off the three girls we like.
They're not gonna do that though.
Nikhil, thank you for the cash app, sis. Go ahead, y'all.
It's not giving. They're not giving. And Nina, I don't mind Nina really, but as far as Sarah, she can definitely go.
Nina, the one, I think I'm thinking about her. Nina ain't got no backbone.
Nina is the whiter looking one.
Nina ain't got no backbone.
Yeah, she beautiful lady, and I think apparently she was like trying out for Bling Dubai, and I was like, I don't know how you would be on that show
Bye,
either.
Felicia. Bye. But they better not bring Phaedra over there. I'm not playing with them. I will stop watching.
Yeah, I don't need that. If like you're giving me quote unquote, it's not even the first one though, because Melbourne was international and it was on Bravo. But anyways, I guess it's just, and I get that Caroline Stanbury is like the reason why they're there, and like she has the connection to get them to film there. But it was strange that they had it surrounding her, even though the person who actually was friends with everyone and who knew everyone individually was Nina. Regardless of Nina being boring, I feel like they messed up of like really trying to center it around Stanbury. Because she can't really do the back and forth with people, especially since she's not in London, where she can do the whole aristocrat situation and you Americans thing, where we're in Dubai and so many people are expats and from all over the world, and I don't fight verbally the way you fight verbally. So you and your little cold shade can't really do much with me.
Is she getting ate up just visually? Just ate like this?
Yeah,
That's her problem. That she is so intimidated by her lack of looks. That's like when they entered the reunion and Naomi Campbell was calling for Chanel, and she was so bothered that Andy had to tell her, like, girl, this wasn't set up, it just happened. Like, she wanted to talk to her.
But that's why her and Lisa have the most tension, because they're the most neutral characters, I feel, and they just naturally kind of contend. And she can't take a beautiful black woman just being a beautiful black woman. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like with Potomac, where they feel like you naturally have to feel inferior just because. And they just gonna keep eating her up. They just gonna keep eating her up. But I
feel
do
like,
think,
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just feel like with Stanbury being from London, and she probably used to being surrounded by white people, not having to deal with colors. It just, she had it in her mind like, oh, well, I'm the only white one here, so they're all gonna rally around me. But white not cool no more. This is not 03. It's white been out of style. Like, y'all trying to be us openly.
Well, and you look crazy. Your lips, it's not giving. But I do think that Brooks is trying to avoid having a deeper connection with her son, and that's why she wants him to go to boarding school. I think Brooks is too real to want to play up like, oh, this is what like wealthy people do. I really think she's trying to get away with her son. Yes,
No.
I do.
The way she talked about it, the way she talked about it sounded
Mhm.
like this is what she expect. This is what people like, would expect from her as being a rich woman. She didn't talk up like, oh, he'll go to this school and like the opportunities. Like she talked about it in a way in which she thought like this is what this class of people do, and not necessarily this is like truly a personal decision for her.
Y'all, I just heard a snippet of Watch What Happens Live. Why the clear boy that was on the show? What is his name? Matt something other.
Mhm.
Baby, let me tell you something. He let them heifers have it.
Ooh, do tell.
Robert and Reigns.
Apparently, he's a Candace stan. I've heard once I was
I don't know about that, but I know he's speaking the gospel truth. Y'all gotta go listen, child. I can't even repeat everything he said like he said it, but I'm sitting up here. I was letting y'all talk. I was on mute listening to see what was going
So
on.
what did Andy say?
And it was in agreement for the most part because Candace was pointing out the fact that the hypocrisy between the two, and she was like that Robert Dixon's morals are in the wind, and you can't just throw your morals away because you dislike somebody and whatever. And child, the clear gentleman Matt was going in. That's all I'm gonna say. Matt was letting the Lord use.
I'm with you.
I had to go and look because people on Twitter was talking about it. I was like, let me see what's going on. Just call me Bond. Welcome. Yep. I don't know who Lisa is, but she say Lisa gorgeous, y'all. Is Lisa gorgeous?
Oh my God, these women are beautiful. Brooks is really pretty too. I know y'all don't stand her, but
Brooks has an interesting face.
Brooks is pretty.
It's interesting.
Now y'all gonna make me go look at a cast.
No, yes, please, Seanitra, because this woman is really like these black women are really very beautiful. Like seriously,
She has a unique face. I don't know if I would not call her ugly, no, but it's just
Interesting.
It's just
I think
interesting.
she's cute.
So let me look at the cast
Like,
so
she
I
could
can see, because
definitely,
if you hit
like,
cast,
she
they'll
could
tell you
be-
who's who.
She could be a model because she has very interesting features to me.
Yeah, and that's what you need to be a model, is more being interesting than being pretty. So now I'm looking at this Carolyn Brooks person. Is that who we talking about?
Yeah, that's Brooks.
Okay. She looks pretty in some pictures and interesting in others.
I'm tired.
No, but hold on. I'm being honest because my face is like that. You know that. Some pictures I'm like, oh, I'm winning. In other pictures, you be like, oh, girl.
She's pretty. Maybe it's
I think she's very pretty in some pictures and she's very interesting in others. I don't see any pictures where she's ugly. She's not ugly in any pictures. I think it's just the length of her face that gets you. And then her jawline is very very wide and kind of like off center, but it's not bad. No, for real, her face it's not a bad face.
Look up Lisa.
Let me see.
Yeah, now Lisa is drop dead. She's pretty.
Lisa Milan.
Is she drop dead?
Now this heifer has a nice face.
She is.
Now
that girl is beautiful.
This one has a nice face. She got good bone structure. Some of her pictures,
Well, in motion, you gotta think we was watching them on camera. So in motion, she's pretty.
But I'm just saying. Listen, I'm being fair because I don't know none of these ladies. You have to look at a still shot is evil. Like a still shot can make. I don't care how pretty you are. A still shot can have you looking like.
I don't know. I thought Brooks was really pretty, but it could be filters though. It really could be.
I mean, because some of her pictures she looks pretty, some of them she looks interesting, and in none of her pictures she was ugly. She wasn't ugly in not one picture. Not one picture was she ugly, but interesting for sure. This Lisa Milan girl, some pictures she looks really, really, really super pretty. And in other pictures, I think it's filters or something. It makes her skin a lot lighter and strange looking.
Yeah.
And like I think sometimes the way she contours her nose, it makes it look a little pinched and hawkish. But she has a nice face.
But on the show, with all of them moving in real time,
probably really gorgeous.
Really pretty.
I can see that.
I didn't realize that Brooks drank a lot on the show.
Oh girl, they were saying she was drinking a whole bunch.
She did get drunk by accident a few times.
And like they doing all that yelling and stuff, and like which it's interesting though, because in Dubai, I don't know though, because they on Real Housewives they were acting like they had to we can't do this and we can't do that. But I was watching Dubai Bling, which again these people though are like Middle Eastern and some are from Dubai. They had a whole fight in an office
In Dubai, in the
in
office.
Dubai Bling.
Outside though.
No, Dubai Bling, but it was a business office like where the girl worked. And she's the CEO, but she ain't the owner. And coffee cups were thrown and feathers were tussling.
I'm surprised. You're right, but remember, they were outside. Brooks.
Lord, why Nano trying to sick me on somebody talking about look for Carolyn Stanberry and Drake? Let me
I'm
see.
crying.
Stanberry is
Let
giving
me look.
Mia as a clear woman.
Let me look. Y'all are terrible. Why you sicking me on these people? Let me see. Oh Lord.
Yes. Now she giving meat grater.
Ooh, she give you what?
Meat grater. What you? Oh, cheese grater.
I mean, she looking like a man.
You got to see her without the makeup, man.
I just seen her without the makeup. That's why I said she looking like a man. She real strong. Her neck is real long. She's a lethal weapon.
At least if she could be able to dress, she would have that, but she can't dress.
Who, Stanberry? Stanberry?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So I see this picture from her with her on Ladies of London, and she's got these really bony thighs and knobby knees.
I never saw her on Ladies of London.
Yeah, I think I
think she had a facelift. I think she had a facelift when she came to Dubai.
Yeah, she clearly did, because she's got a different face. It's still not, the best maybe. But I
can't wait for season 2. They need to hurry up.
She does. I will say this: she does not look like a pleasant person.
No, and you should see the anger that washes over her face when Chanel and Lisa walk in a room, especially Chanel. It's just the stomach flu. That's not the flu. She been caught COVID as soon as that girl walk in the room.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's just that. Hey, Heavy Bear, what a neat name. So is it just like the envy because the girl is a model? Is that what's irritating her soul?
It's Chanel's whole. I think it's her whole persona that she just hates.
Yeah.
So what does she hate so much that the lady is confident? Like she's the whole model. She's supposed to be confident.
And the fact that she vocalizes that.
Hi, Mika.
And then especially once we heard Chanel's story and about her FGM and all of that, of course, for her to get to where she is, I'm glad she's confident and outspoken, and you can't tell her nothing about how she look. That's how she should feel. And even
I like that now.
Even
now
with you looking how you looking, you should feel that way too.
You should be confident. Well, your mama always taught you it's a sad frog that don't croak over his own pond. If you don't think you're beautiful, who will? If you don't think you're the baddest, who will? If you're not confident about you, who's going to be? Now that's the reality. If you don't think much of yourself, you cannot expect the rest of the world to champion your cause. And that's just the facts, Jack. Now, this clear woman, she's strong. She's real strong in the face. She's a lethal weapon. She's Danny Glover it up. But she can be confident and say, you know what? I'm the baddest ugly chick I know.
I'm so dead.
But
she's not even, in my opinion, she's not even ugly. I just think
bless your heart. My eyes work. And I'm critical as hell. I'm gonna always be that she's strong than a mug in the face now. Even her new face is a little strong. Yeah, it's not as strong. It's not as strong as the original face, but it's a little strong. But my thing is, I don't care who you are as a woman. You should be confident in your own femininity and your own womanhood, and you're a woman in your own right. You understand? I don't care what you got. If you shape like a pyramid or an inverted pyramid, you be confident with what you got. Dress for what you got. Fix for what you got. Be confident in your stuff. The fact that this Chanel Iron lady is confident with everything that she had to come up against, like that's guaranteed. It's either gonna build confidence or it's gonna break you. The fact that she went through all that.
Yeah,
That shouldn't offend this girl unless she got an inferiority complex.
she does.
And do.
Well, sounds about right. I don't know what happened to Nick Cannon. I know he was supposed to been sick and laying in the hospital. You know he supposed to be got the lupus, but
I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say he got lupus. That's why literally his reasoning for having all these children across the world makes no sense.
For
If
stem
you
cells?
if you sickly, and we know how lupus is, you're here today, gone tomorrow. Why would you be having all these children you can't help raise
And
like
leaving
that?
them here so they can grieve you forever.
And you
Or
ain't
maybe
even
he feel like maybe he want to be like Attila the Hun and he just want to spread his seed far and wide and leave a whole nation behind him or something.
But
God
that
only
ain't
knows.
even what he said though. If he'd have said that, that'd have made sense. You talking about what he said, my legacy or something stupid. You ain't even making sure these women can get along so the children can know each other or nothing. Like you
Yeah,
just having children. That makes no sense.
just dropping them everywhere. Yeah, Rebel Sunflower. I seen he was in the hospital, but I know he got the lupus, so I just assume it had to be related to that
I
because I
didn't
know
know he
how
had
serious
that.
that lupus is.
Yeah,
I didn't
Jesus
know he
Christ, when they thought I had it, oh no.
What'd you say, baby?
When like I had to go through testing to figure out if I had it or not, I was like, oh, no, please.
Yeah, because when my good sister passed in June, she
Mm-hmm.
didn't find out that she had it until, like I say, like the last 4 or 5 years. So her
Wow.
Oh,
whole life, all the way up to she was in her 50s, she was in her 50s when she found out that she had lupus. And when she found out, it was fast and it was violent.
Hmm.
It was rough. It was painful. And so I don't really wish that on nobody. But I really couldn't understand why Nick was doing the things he was doing. I was trying to make sense out of it, but some things you just can't make no sense out of.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't wish that on anybody. That is a terrible. I've lost two of my very good friends to lupus. Your Aunt Sam and your Aunt Brina.
I want
So
to know what they saying on Watch What Happens Live. Oh,
I wish I could play it, but I can't. I don't want no trouble out of Bravo. Them people would snatch your whole channel down and
somebody
snatch
in
you.
the comments.
Mm-hmm. Snow White say she know what I'm talking about. And Jenna say Nick might have a little touch of mental illness because this more than ego. I know that's right. You up there dropping all them children and not even thinking about even if you're good to those children, and I'm sure he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're not considering the fact that you leaving all these people back here to grieve and be
Yeah.
hurt after
Yep.
you gone. I was a full grown woman when I lost my parents, and it messes with your head. And these are little bitty small children. He can't even guarantee he gonna stay here till they grown, and he's not even thinking about how these babies are gonna grieve and hurt when he leaves.
Yeah, his
And
reasoning.
most normal parents, that's your fear. Like, I gotta die and leave my children. Nobody wants to do that to their babies. Like nobody with good sense. Right, Jenna? It's irresponsible. Why would you just, put your babies in that type of situation?
I didn't know he was sick. Like I didn't know he was sick. Period.
Yeah, he got lupus.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
had it when he first. You remember when he first had beefed up and got the muscles? It was after he had a bad. He had a bad
Episode.
little episode and he had dried up real bad.
Yeah.
And so he came back. He was looking better and stuff. And then over the last year and a half, he just then went to. He had an epiphany that he should impregnate as many women as possible.
And I'm thinking like that just to me, it might make you feel better. That might be your way of dealing with your mortality, but you're not thinking about these babies and how they gonna deal with it after you gone.
Hmm.
That's right, Keisha. Back on that confidence. How you show up and present yourself reflects how you treat it. Confidence is key. I wonder what happened with Tia. I don't know why it wouldn't let Tia turn on her
Yeah.
microphone. That really bothered me because I know she had something to tell me. I get excited when somebody got something to tell me.
Yes, I'm over Potomac. I be. That's why I'm in the comments most of the time because I can't. It's making me lose brain cells.
hmm But yeah, and I understand. Like I don't knock nobody for not being able to take the kind of abuse that they putting out. But I will tell you this much: I feel like somebody's got to watch the door because these people are doing too much. If we all sit back and just be quiet and let the mammies and the tap dancers be the only ones that's paying attention, then these people will continue to get away with it and nobody will say anything. So no, I gotta watch the door. I gotta watch the door. But I totally understand why it's a lot for you to have to be bothered with.
Yeah, no, seriously, like for real, like I can't.
Yeah, it's ugly, it's abusive, it's nasty. Um, I'm just that person. I don't mind, hanging there in the mud, long as I got something to fight with. As long as I got something to fight with, I'll keep fighting.
Ooh,
And
child.
Keisha say the mama's to blame as well. Jenna say some people think financial support is okay, but kids need emotional support in the presence of their parents. You ain't lying.
Yeah, the mamas are definitely to blame because they just looking at the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, I wouldn't sign up for that either.
Now it would be different if you was gonna take those children and not let him have access to them. Then that's even better. When he died, they won't even know he gone. But y'all letting him be there, waltzing in and out of their lives and in and out the house and all this stuff. So when he's dead, they're actually gonna know that something happened. Now I don't mind hoarding children. Y'all know I don't make no secret of that. I grabbed some children and took them up under my belly. These are mine. But these women are sitting up here playing house with him whenever he want to stop by and allowing these children to be emotionally invested so they can be hurt later.
On
Mm-hmm.
top of he having so many children, even if he wasn't to die, it's impossible for you to actually help raise them for real.
Well, let's tell the truth. Men don't really raise children like that anyway. Women raise children. Men protect and provide.
He ain't protecting them all when they
He
all
can't
cross the 50
because
states.
he ain't there. Yeah. Now, I could take it better, but maybe he's not in a position to put them all like in one compound and just build houses for everybody. Them women might not like each other well enough for that. But that would be the only way he could possibly pull that off to be there for everybody.
Yeah, that would be the only way that's responsible, and nobody should have nothing to say. But as he put on his Instagram, he don't care if the women don't get along, long as they get along with him.
And that's so useless. That's such a
Yep,
useless attitude.
yep.
I have to look up his net worth. How much he worth?
A whole bunch of money, whatever amount that is.
Like 20 million.
Yeah, a whole bunch of money, more than I'm ever gonna see.
I need him to leave me put a house on my name or something. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying. Leave me a card and
I would be that baby mother. Like,
No,
can I get a house? Can you put a house on my name?
listen, I can't be the baby mama, and hell, he don't even know me. But if you just want to leave somebody something, leave me a car. Better
Yeah.
still, he could leave me his turbans. You know them turbans he was wearing.
I'm dead.
Oh,
Leave me,
All you
leave
gotta do
me.
is meet him. Nick is very generous, as long as
You
you can
ain't
meet
lying.
him.
Well, listen, be on the internet for your mama and tell me where he gonna be. I'm gonna tell him, look,
Um,
give me your
so
turbans. Leave me the turbans, and then I can sell them once you gone. And I'll tell these is Nick Cannon's turbans. These is the real ones. If he sign them first,
do you really think people would care though?
yes, people buy ridiculous stuff. And I don't know him. I ain't gave him no babies, and I never would. Lord, all my eggs is hard boiled and cracked. But leave me them turbans, boy. And a couple of them jerseys too. He's wearing them jerseys at one time. Leave
Well,
them
you
too.
know what? He did have a long career. He's been out since the '90s. So
You got darn
yeah,
right.
he been out since he was a teen, a
I
preteen.
know that's one of them Nickelodeon kids.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is, like I say, if he want to give away some money, we over here trying to do our little charity work and stuff. He can donate.
Mm-hmm. He had a
Lord,
state.
Jenna, look at Jenna. Jenna talking about not them Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secret turbans. Yes,
Yeah.
give me them. That's what I need.
yes,
That's
I
what
need to
I
go
need.
to bed too. I'm outside. Like I don't got work.
I'm easy. Listen, I'll make $1 out of 15 cents. You ain't gotta leave me no millions. Let me get them turbans up off you.
I cannot. Somebody will buy them. You right. They are collectibles.
You got darn right.
He got to be going in the Hall of Fame for something.
Lord, Keisha says she wants some land. I'm easy. Give me the turban.
I remember when I wonder if Nick still got his stakes. He had stake in Viacom or Nickelodeon, just that company. Like Nick got a lot of money. That network probably ain't touch how much money he actually got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That boy papered up.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Wall and Out.
I don't know
Yeah.
how you did.
Yeah.
I'm
That
thinking
boy,
about the Masked Singer.
that boy is papered up.
Mm-hmm.
He is freaking papered up. That's why I be laughing at people. Why he having them babies? Because the money ain't the problem.
Right.
The problem is he gonna drop dead. That's the problem. Now I ain't wishing death on nobody. I'm just saying that that's the reality. And he's not even thinking about how those babies gonna fare after he gone.
Yeah. Too late now. They're here.
Yeah, you're right. Now you're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
Should have thought about that 5 babies ago.
And you're right about that too.
8 babies ago.
Dang, y'all right too.
And
Everybody wanna be right today. Paige, hey girl. Lord, you just finished watching that episode, Lord, and we finna get up off of him because I told y'all not doing another 5 hour live. No more. It was so he
y'all didn't talk
Hall of
about
Fame for being corny. That's what people always hate on him for. He corny, but that corn done got him paid, baby. That corn done got that boy paid. He is corny. He real corny. He corny looking, corny acting. But baby, them clear people paid for that corn and he is living. I wish I had some corn to sell him. I didn't even know corn was that even lucrative. All this time I'm up here at the cool kids table. They didn't even know I needed to be corny.
yeah, I ain't mad
Yeah.
at with the corny stuff.
Yep, he was on all that. Then he had his own show. He did Love Don't Cost a Thing, Drumline.
And he was corny in all of them and got
Yeah, he
paid.
was.
Got paid off corn.
Love Don't Cost a Thing is his funniest movie though. He was hilarious.
That's the one where he was fixing that car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was real funny.
You thought it was funny? I liked it. I didn't think it was funny. He was corny. That is a perfect word for him.
But that was a funny picture though. That was a funny picture.
That movie was funny. Christina Milian got on my nerves. I ain't like her from then when I was little. Ooh, ever since I was little, I ain't liked her because of that movie. Because girl,
Oh man, that means she played her role too well.
she did. I don't know if that's your real personality or not, but
What she do?
You remember in the movie? Okay, so she basically was like, okay, I'm pretending to be your girlfriend, help you get cool. You gonna fix my car? I ain't gonna get my butt whooped. Okay. He go to doing it. She helped the boy get cool. Then she get mad, basically, that the boy get cool. You didn't like him for real, no way. So what's the problem? Like,
Oh
you
yeah, but he
using
started
him,
feeling himself.
right? But so what? You didn't like him, so you mad
Right.
because your plan to get him cool actually worked? Like, girl, bye.
But he was treating her like a hussy, like, you know.
He just was like, girl, go. And you should
He
have been like,
got with
all
her
right,
friend.
bye. I didn't see it for her. I just,
Okay. I love
I
that
just,
movie.
Y'all are too cute to me. Now we're doing the kid movie critic corner. That's cute. Y'all done figured out about the Love Don't Cost a Thing and why you didn't like Christina Milian in the movie.
He got with her friend, like he really was acting out. He was acting out.
But he didn't really go with her, right? So why did it matter if he talked to his friend?
I mean, but friend, you don't do that. Don't we was
but the
pretend
thing
going
is,
together.
I mean,
They wasn't going together. So how was that a problem?
No one knew it was fake though.
But they knew it was fake. So why would she be mad? You see what I'm saying? I could see you being mad if it was real.
no, why you did that?
He was like, "Yes, we're gonna break." He was like, "Yes, let's do it on Monday. Let's break up in front of everybody." He was like, "What?"
Why
But what was wrong with that? Wasn't it what? Okay, maybe I'm not remembering it right. But
You
wasn't it
remember?
all just a plan from the beginning?
Yeah, but see, the issue was she was dating that boy that was like in the league or something, and then by the time everything came down, it was a problem because he was like, "Oh, you messing with him," even though she wasn't really messing with him, but she was publicly pretending to date him. And then after that, what she wanted him to do. I guess tell what
Tell
she
the
told
truth,
him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tell the
tell
truth,
him
because
it
her man
wasn't
was
real,
mad.
this and that. But it's like that's personal. You shouldn't have even came up with this plan knowing you was dating this boy. Don't try to mess up what you gave me. I wasn't mad at him. She did a bit much.
Yeah.
And then she went and embarrassed him, like, oh, I'ma tell them this and that. Like, girl.
Mm.
But he didn't have to switch up on his friends though.
Oh, hi. Now he wasn't right for stunting on his friends.
And see, I just thought it was a cool kids movie at the time. I didn't pay that much attention. I guess I need to rewatch it, huh?
It's good. Yeah, no, he was. And for real, when you rewatch it, if you do, like, he really changed. Like, for real, he stunted on everybody, his friends, his family, the pretend girlfriend.
Well, y'all know that's real life.
Yeah, nah, you can't. Yeah, if the dorky kid get a little clout, you can't let dorks get no clout.
Lord, Nikkei says she going to bed. It's 1 a.m. Good night, Nikkei. So we all finna go to bed, baby. Don't worry. We all finna go to bed because it's 12:03 in Texas. It's 1:03 on the East Coast. That means California over there is 10 o'clock. Everybody going to bed. Y'all been on here almost 4 hours.
Thank you.
No.
I'm gonna be in the comments next week now. I can't with Potomac no more. I can't do it.
Girl, if we up here climbing, you know you gonna come hang with us. Stop fronting.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta recharge my brain cells.
You gonna have something to say. If you come hang out, you gonna do just like you did tonight. Time I was in my feelings. You gonna get in your feelings and you gonna get right here talking with us, with me and Kai and possibly Peanut. Y'all know how y'all do. Especially if y'all get to talking about the Beverly Hills and the Dubai and the this, that, and the third.
Okay, Essence started. Wait, okay, I did bring up Miami earlier, but Essence wasn't here with me, so that can go to a diatribe. Essence started it this time.
Okay, yeah, Essence did start it this time
with the Dubai. Dubai got us caught up.
But y'all all be starting it. It's like y'all rotated. One time Kai started, then Eva started, then Essence started. All y'all be starting stuff.
Yeah, that's true. We gotta give you the tea.
I know.
Yeah,
and I'm
you gotta know what's going on when the new season start.
Okay.
You should just watch it.
Oh Lord, I'm not watching it.
I'll be good and refreshed for the Dubai now.
Oh Lord.
But Potomac, I can't.
Like I say, I will open the door and turn the light on, and y'all can talk about it till the cows come home. I'm good.
Somebody said I'm gonna watch Netflix until it's watching me.
I know that's right. I love to put on a good picture. But you know what else I like to do, y'all? I like to turn on cartoons like Family Guy and American Dad.
Yes.
And I'll let them play till I go to sleep. And then I don't know if any of y'all listen to creepypastas. Sometimes I'll turn on creepypastas and go to sleep. You don't know? Okay, creepypasta is like urban legends or creepy stories. Some of them when people claim are true or whatever. And it's literally like somebody just narrating the story. Sometimes they'll narrate stories over like the sound of a crackling fire, or they'll narrate the story over like rainfall or whatever. So it's almost like you're camping and you're hearing like, camp stories or whatever. So I'll turn on creepypastas because I love a good creepypasta. And sometimes I'll turn those on and that'll put me to sleep. And then I finally got hip. I was real excited when I did it. I told Eva about it. I started listening to the books, the audio books. I had never done it till this year. It's the most exciting thing. It's very exciting. Even though I know it's old to everybody else, it was new to me. Elias said, "Not Seanitra sleep the creepypasta." Sure will. I will turn on a creepypasta in a minute and fall asleep. Okay, baby girl, done pop down. She say good night. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put on me something to relax me. Keisha say she gonna get her podcast. Okay, Jenna say, oh, it's the stories. Yeah, it's like scary stories, spooky stories. Oh, child, don't let them scare me. The thing would have to jump out the TV with a pistol and a straight razor. Like, don't let them scare me. You go to bed.
Yes, have a nice night, everyone.
So I will be here. I got the notification bell. So as soon as you come back.
Good stuff. So we'll be back and we'll talk about some more. No doubt something will happen on Twitter or whatever, and we'll have to come back on the porch and talk about it some more. But I love you guys to life, Essence, Ty, Evie, and everybody in the chat, everybody who sent a super chat, cash out. Thank you so much. I love y'all to pieces. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit your notification bell and subscribe if you have not subscribed. And in the meanwhile, y'all get a good night's sleep. And y'all tell everybody good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
And remember, God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Bye, y'all.